Hello. How's it going? Good afternoon. Happy Wednesday. I was going to actually completely make the swap over. I've been playing Viper on controller, and it feels very nice, but then I realized, like, literally 5 minutes before starting stream, the sheer amount of times that, like, I need to very quickly grab, like, a name or something with the OCR window, or, like, a bit of dialogue that shows up at the top of the screen. On controller, I just literally wouldn't physically be able to do that, so that shit's a non-starter. So I'm just saying fuck it and going back to White Mage. Whatever, man. I'm done trying to play, like, thematic classes. Fuck it, man. Put me on the... just put me on White Mage. I don't want to play the game. Allow me to just adjust the volume and everything. How are you all doing? I will say, controller Viper feels very nice, except for whenever you need to target allies for, like, movement. Everything else feels phenomenal. But it was just, I remembered, oh, wait a second. I actually have, like, this whole other side control thing that I use for a bunch of stream stuff, and I was like, but if I was on controller, I wouldn't be able to use any of that. Oh. Oh, that's not gonna work then. Anyway. Oh, wait, no. The other thing that I wanted to do, to bleed a little bit of time. I did the thing that I normally do, of go and check, like, Japanese stream VODs for sections to see if I'm crazy. Because everybody was telling me, last stream, everybody was saying, like, oh yeah, this scene is, like, so terrible. This is the straw that broke the camel's back. Even the most positive of EN viewers couldn't stand the expansion after this. And it's the bit that I made the thumbnail today. And when I played through that, I was like, wow, what a sweet and heartfelt scene. And then I watched, like, Japanese streamers play through the game, you know, including people with, like, less views than me, somehow. Not as an insult, but, like, I don't have many subs or viewers. But, like, you know, people who have absolutely no vested interest in just, like, being exclusively positive. Even some people that I checked some of their VODs and they were talking mad shit. You know, they were very clearly, like, shitposter types. And even then, every single person on that scene was like, wow, what a great and wholesome, touching scene. I really like Wuklamot. Like, the chat was just full of, you know, you get the scene where Wuklamot's like, oh man, I'm so glad. You know, everybody who could have been here on this adventure with me, I'm glad it was you. The whole chat for all of their streams is full of like, oh man, I cry at this scene every time. Meanwhile, it's like the English flavor is like, I hate this shit. It's terrible. It pissed me off. And then the Japanese side is just like, I literally cried. It was so sweet and touching. It's so great, man. The sheer tonal disconnect is so funny. Yeah, there was a dude with a crab avatar who was very, very similar to me in terms of personality, but Japanese. To the point where it was slightly unnerving. Like, I watched a bit of his VOD and it was just like basically the exact same quips that I would make, but in Japanese. I'm not sure. Like, Dak is in stream and he was not particularly high on the expansion, even playing through in Japanese. I think, like, probably if we get to the end of it, there might be a situation where it's like, oh yeah, you know, this overstays its welcome. Right? It might just kind of drag on too much, leading to a less than glowing, leading to less than glowing reviews from Japanese players. But at least at this point, people were just like, every single, like, I checked like some blogs, I checked some like Twitter posts, some streams and stuff, just to see like, could I find anybody who was mad about these scenes in the Japanese, and the answer was no. It's just pretty much like at this point in the expansion at least, everybody seemed to still be pretty much on board. And the thing is that Japanese streams do tend to be more positive than English, which is a whole other topic. It makes them better in a lot of ways. But even then, you know, I did watch, there were some VODs by some people who were not afraid to call things out that they thought were dumb. Or that they didn't like, and even then they were like, wow, I really like this character, I really like this scene, it's, wow, what a beautiful sunset, what a touching scene. The West is allergic to sincerity. Yeah, it really does feel like, hang on. The thing that it reminds me of. It's that one Tumblr post, right? It reminds me of this Tumblr post. In a lot of ways. The Animal Crossing players are like, I hate Bill Wibley, he's a bastard, I want him off my island. He killed my family and burnt my crops, then I look up Bill Wibley or whatever and he looks like that. This is me, with Lamont. Everybody's like, I fucking hate this character, she's awful, this expansion sucks, how terrible is it? And then it's just ball of sunshine. It's very funny to me. The whole thing so far has been nothing but pleasant. Alright, let's head on into Kubrasha. See, the thing is that I probably should go check more English playthroughs, but like, I really don't want to. I feel like I've checked like once or twice, watching other people's reactions to the game purely in English, and it's just like, you know, it's that scene in Interstellar, right? You know, just slamming on the dimensional wall. No! Murph! It's like that, right? Where they're like, what the hell are they talking about? Like, what is the DAW server? No, no! You don't know! Please. Because, like, I don't know what you would think the story was about at this point in English. I am fully expecting there to be a scene at this point, like here, just with the whole United King thing right here that I've brought up every single stream. I am 100% expecting there to be a scene in which they address the concept that you cannot be a United King as a singular entity. Like, that would be weird. But, like, Dawn Servant totally sounds like it could just be one dude. But, like, calling a single person Deo, like, you see, oh, Deo, United King, oh yeah, he's got two heads. Oh, that makes sense. But if you're just one person, that sounds a little bit weird. So, wow, it's almost like they're probably gonna set it up so that Woklamat and Connor, Kwang, whatever his name is, are gonna, like, be the king together. I would be shocked if they didn't directly address this, and I'm going to cackle when that scene shows up, and I get to see what they translated to in English. Okay, let's go find the United King's judge. The trial hasn't already ended yet, or hasn't ended already, rather. Whoa. Oh yeah, I did the dungeon, I got one of those ponchos, and but I couldn't figure out a color scheme to make it work. Ah, your Princess Wuklamot and her entourage, I see.
Or
I take it, rather. Ah, yes, I'm Wuklamot. I believe one of the United King's judges should be here in the village. We're here to look for them. We're here looking for them. Hoshioboe? Wait, is that... Oh... Hoshioboe no ente? Oh, that's weird. That's weird. Oh... Fuck. You can't just call this, like, the Star Memory Garden or something, but that's basically the... but they're probably doing the whole Hoshi thing for, like, World again. Probably, right? I can't believe they screwed that one up in metaphor as well. It's so funny. Because, okay. Do I already immediately just check the English for this place name, of all things? Like, no, right? But the important thing in this name is the, oboe. Might as well? Alright. Oh my god. I'm already upset by doing this. Okay. The third promise and her retinue, I presume. You presume right. I seek the Dawn Servant's Elector. Then come and join us in the Garden of the Stars at the village center. Everyone is waiting for you. They got rid of the one important word in that. The one important word in the place name they got rid of. As is expected. Sasuga. Yeah, the important part of this is the word oboe. Like memory. Remembrance. They got rid of it. Everyone is, like, eagerly awaiting your arrival. Everyone? I wonder what this, what this trial's like. Alright, let's follow. Let's follow him. Like, I will say, unironically, the one low point in the expansion so far was when Wuklamot got kidnapped because Wuklamot was no longer on screen to be entertaining. Oh my god, what the fuck is this? Oh, I can already tell just by looking at this. This is some bullshit. What is this? What is this? Wait, is this like a fucking game show or something? Why are they stanced up like that? Oh, wait a second. Hang on. What's the command for turning up the main volume? Oh, just master volume? God, I've asked this before. There we go. I had it lower because I was practicing Viper while, you know, watching streams and stuff. Apologies. I felt like it was low. And then I did nothing. Ah, I see you've finally made it. Fucking hell, I love how much of a piece of shit this guy is. Like, every time he shows up, I will say, like, for all of the discussion that, for everything that Wookelmot was saying the last time about, like, oh, I love seeing the smiles of the people's faces, this expansion never fails to put a smile on my face. Like, genuinely. That's probably, like, the highest praise I can give it. I'm just always happy playing this expansion. Like, look at this piece of shit. So, the thing that really matters for nailing the way that this guy talks is that he has to be... Like, you can't have him be too articulate. Look at how heavily he is slurring everything. Like, これじゃ意味ねえじゃねえか. So, I'm gonna kinda out myself a good bit here. His Japanese sounds a lot like mine. I don't talk like this rough, but it's kinda close. これじゃ意味ねえじゃねえか. This really is like... I went through all the effort of using the volume on to slow you down. What the hell was the point? What was the fucking point? Yeah, you bastard. It's like, how many, you know, underhanded tricks are you gonna pull? How many dirty tricks are you gonna pull? You piece of shit. Okay, apologies. Please allow me to explain the trial. Okay, my name is Humuruk, the chief of the Shibararu, and currently presiding, Judge of the United King in the Ceremony of Succession. I still don't really have good names for those. Love this guy's voice actor, he looks like Japanese Bob Ross. I do wish I had this guy's mustache. I really do. Wait a second. Hang on. Is this the cooking thing that people were telling me about? Is this the cooking competition that people were telling me about? Please let it be the cooking competition. It's the... Yes! Fuck yes. I'm so happy. Yes, chef. Oh, wait. I'm sorry, I missed that last line. Yeah, the trial of... Okay, so... Here's the thing. You might... Dag, what do you think you would do for Shoku no Shiren? Like... Because you don't want to just say the trial of food. I mean, you probably have to, but it's like... They can get away with a lot by just using single kanji, but I get now that they probably mean, like, cuisine, cooking, like, or, like, food as communication. It's like, yeah, the trial of food, whatever, requires all four. Candidates to be present. We've been waiting for your arrival. Difficult? Yeah. That's really been a thing that's been... Yeah, food is too bland. What was the trial originally called on the monuments? So each one of them is a chapter from an epic poem. Right? You've got the chapter of the reeds, the chapter of the tomb, the chapter of whatever. But each of them is a one kanji word. That's a thing that they've been doing a lot, where they've been using singular kanji to convey concepts. In Japanese, you can get away with that because it's like a more, it's a bit vaguer of a concept. But if you just said food, that sounds like it's all that it is. I don't know if that's explaining it right, but it's like... In the Japanese, it's like they intentionally sound like fragments. So that they can be filled in later, right? Like you have the two heads of the United King, right? The Bu no Atama and Bi no Atama. Like, they're supposed to be fragments that you kind of extrapolate off of, rather than completed concepts in of themselves. Again, if that makes sense. Yeah, like... I would not... Depending on where we go with this, like... I could just move forward and give my answer, but I think that it's, like, interesting to go through the thought process here. You could go with, like, the chapter of the meal, potentially. That could be a thing, right? Like, the meal. If that's the thing that we're going with, right? Like, it's a shared meal and communication occurs as a result of that. Then you could potentially translate the shoku to meal. Depending. Right, and like, that's the sort of thing that you would want to do. What do they go with here? In the English. Yeah, so if that does seem like it would work out, then maybe, right? I don't know. Anyway, let's keep moving. Also, hello, everyone. Now then, princess, please, if you could, to the stage. Repast? That's not... I don't like that. I don't like that. I think that might make it, like, that makes it sound potentially too ostentatious. I don't know. Let's see what's going on. Also, I do like how Wokalot just goes straight up to the stage. Doesn't ask any questions. She's just totally down. Hey, what's up? Meal was good? Alright.
この食の試練では協力し合う姿も見せてもらいたい。二人一組でチームを組むことによってね。
Oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah, up until now you've been competing against one another in the trials, but for this, the trial of the meal, I would like to, we would like for you to demonstrate how your ability to work together with one another by forming teams of two. So even now, I think that, like, meal probably, because they're talking about whole, like, coming together. So I mean, what, we're just gonna team up with... Bro, you can't keep saying that. Bro, you can't keep saying that. Again, the thing that he is calling people is very not good. It's a very bad thing to call somebody. Don't say this. It's like, what, you want me to team up with one of these inferior races? Like, he is just calling them straight up inferior race, inferior species. Inferiors.
先に言っておくが、職の筆跡を得られるのは勝った側の一組のみだ。せいぜい仲良くやってくれたまえ。
Yeah, he is basically just saying subhumans. I do believe they cut all of it in the English, or they just, like, very heavily censored it. Because he's supposed to come off as way more racist. Yeah, like in the English, he says, what? You expect us to work with one of these weaklings? You know, he doesn't say weaklings, he's calling them a slur. He's saying subhuman. Well, let me warn you, only the winning team will receive the gem of the meal.
その壺の中に色の異なる
Please
木の実が2
attempt
つずつ入
to
っている。
work together.
同じ色の実を引いた者同士で組んでもらうよ。
Oh no, we're randomizing it. Oh, we're gonna have to work with Bakujaja, aren't we? That's what this is gonna. That's what it's gonna. That's gonna be the thing. I would be very pleasantly surprised if they didn't pair us up with Bakujaja, but they're gonna pair us up with Bakujaja, aren't they? Okay, inside the jar are, what, like, fruits, potentially nuts of different colors. Like, those who draw the same color will form a team. I was incredibly disappointed that they didn't pair us. Wait, we don't get paired up with Bakujaja? I figured that would be, like, the #1 cliche to do. Yeah, if we end up teaming up with Bakujaja, things are gonna get complicated. Well, yeah, I mean, it is, like, you know, complicated. We still haven't dealt with what he did with the Varigaramonda, or the kidnapping. Yeah, actually, I figured it would 100% either be Bakujaja or Zoraja, and not Connor. And it looks like everyone is finished drawing. Please confirm your colors. Mine's red, blue.
ゾラージャ王子とコーナ王子が別れたか。では、残る2人の身はどうだ?
I mean, I get it. Like, I get it. I do think that probably one of the other options would have been a bit more interesting, but I get that they're trying to set up the concept of Wukelnut and Koana making a very good team, or something like that, right? Yeah. So, Prince Zoraja and Koana are separated now then. Okay, so it's red. Okay. Wait, mine's red, so that means... I didn't think we'd be working together again so soon. Okay, but that is fun. Like, I don't know, just those lines did already make me kind of turn it around. And if I've got Yeah, if I've got, if I'm with you, this thing's in the bag. We already won.
私たちが組んだということは、あちら側は。
And so, for us to have joined forces, joined teams, that means that they, as well.
まさかの一つ頭かや。
Can't believe I'm working with both the one head. Yeah, I can see that. I honestly, I didn't think that they would put us with Kona at all.
食の試練の課題を発表しよう。
In a way that subverted my expectations, but it kind of subverted my expectations because I thought they wouldn't possibly do the most boring option. I will say, this is like how, I'm not just completely on board with anything that happens in this. I do think this is a little bit less interesting than what you could have done. I don't know what's going on with Zoraza. I think that he's interesting so far. I don't know what Dag's opinion on him is, but it depends on, for me at least, it depends on how they land the plane. Like, he's got some interesting hooks. I'm very interested in knowing why he's as weird as he is. Now then, allow me to explain the trial of the meal.
君たちには私たちシュバラール族に伝わる伝統料理シャブルクピビルを作ってもらいたい。
Okay, I would like you to each of you to make, what, shaburuk pibiru, what traditional, dish, passed down, what, it's like a traditional dish of the Shivararu people. Whoa. Oh, but then they're not gonna, like, get the recipe?
ここに来てまたふざけた試練ですか。
God, these guys are great. I really appreciate that they made the villains just like real pieces of shit. They're just such bastards. Cooking. Oh, we've come all this way here, and there's just another meaningless, nonsensical trial.
そりゃ一見多いとは関係なさそうな試練かもしれねえけど、きっとこれにも意味があんだろ?
Again, this is like, these are the sort of lines I want to check the most in the English, really. Like, these are the lines I want to check the most. It's like, well, first glance, it doesn't really seem like it's got anything to do with becoming king, but there might be a real reason behind it. Well, that isn't even there might. It's like there's got to be some sort of meaning behind it. Yep. Okay, I'm just gonna look at these ones and then stop looking at the English for a while. The guy's line was, "And now we must cook another ludicrous feat." Wuklamat then says, "So it might seem, but there's bound to be deeper meaning to it." No, she didn't. That's making it sound like she's agreeing with him. She's not. He's like, it might not seem like it's got much to do with, becoming king, but I'm sure there's some sort of... What the hell, another bullshit trial? He pretty much did say that. I'm gonna stop looking at this. I don't think Father would ask us to do something completely meaningless. He totally would. Especially when the future of the kingdom is at stake. He totally would. He actually explicitly said that it was meaningless. Or rather, that the individual tasks themselves didn't really matter. And that it's more about them growing and learning to be better people. Yeah! うちの王子たちは。See, this whole thing really has felt like, you know, it's like you're playing a round of Musume or something like that. You are raising this prince and princess. I'm so proud of them. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It gives off that sort of, you know, it's like a parental sort of mentor vibe. That's really like the exact takeaway that I got from this whole thing as well. He's like, look at all of them. They're just like, oh, look at how much they've grown. I raised that child. The problem here is that this, I mean, you probably would just translate this as something like, you know, our prince and princess really have grown a lot, haven't they?
それに彼らの伝統料理を作るというこの試練、サレージャが言うほどふざけたものとも思えない。
Besides this, a trial of cooking a traditional dish doesn't, I don't believe it's as nonsensical as Sareja says. You know, claims it is.
食文化にはその土地の文化や歴史が色濃く反映されるものだからね。
Yeah. Hey, Alfredo, that's a very important, interesting line. You see, the food, like the cuisine very heavily reflects the culture and history of a region. It does. Hence why you shouldn't claim that traditional tacos are crunchy. Thank you for explaining exactly why. Oh, also, speaking of Alfino, I don't think that they advertised it on the, like, English launcher, because why would they? But actually on the, I think it's on the 21st? I think it's on the 21st? They're doing a Mahjong stream with a bunch of the Square Enix staff, as well as the voice actor for Alfino. If I can make it, I definitely do want to watch that. It should be very fun. Believe it's on the 21st. Well, I mean, there's no reason why they would. I mean, I can't imagine that, yes, the English-speaking community is very much going to want to watch the Japanese staff play Mahjong, which they will not understand. I think they do have, like, an M-League commentator doing commentary for it. I can't remember who. That should be very fun.
ガレマルドの料理には農耕民としてのガレアンの文化が反映されてたわね。寒いから煮込み料理が多かったのも覚えてるわ。
Oh, this is bothering me so much. They changed the name of a bunch of these dishes in the English. Yeah, the Garlemald's cuisine reflected the yeah, Garleans as a, what, agricultural people. Yeah, remember there's a lot of stews because the climate is so cold. Wow, so they're going to learn about, like, culture and history
言わ
through
れて
food.
みれば確かにこれまで会ってきた連中もみんな違ったものを食べたり飲んだりしてたよな。
And now that you mention it, yeah, you're right. Everybody we've met so far is, you know, ate and drank totally different things.
魔力を維持するため
Olamon would
に
be
足を
really
食べて
comfy,
たハ
yeah.
ヌハヌ族。いろんな飲み物を作ってたペルペル族はそれを商売の種にもしてた。
Yeah, there were the Hanu Hanu eating breeds to supplement their magical energy, all the different drinks the Peru Peru made and sold. You know, and used for business.
食事を知るってことはそこに生きる奴らを知るってことでもあるんだな。
Yeah. That's a very good line. And knowing, like, the food people eat means getting to know the people themselves.
思えば継承の儀は学びの連続だった。試練を超えようとするたびにその土地の歴史や文化について知識が深まっていったんだ。
Thinking about it, yeah, the ceremony succession is always what involved learning. And whenever we attempted to overcome one of these trials, we learned more. It's like as we attempted to overcome these trials, we learned more and more about the culture and history of the people living in those various regions. It's like deepened our understanding of it.
この旅を起とした父上の狙いだったのか。
Perhaps that's exactly what Father had in mind when he planned out this journey for us.
だが、トライオラの未来を豊かにするのは旧来の文化じゃなく新たな技術であるはずだ。父上ほどのお方なら、
No.
それを分かっているはずなのに。
He was so close. He was so close. That's fine. That's fine, Kona. You gotta do both, little buddy. Like, I can understand even in Japanese people being like, this is a little bit too simplistic, maybe? Right? Like, he's a little bit too stubborn? But I don't know. This whole thing so far really has felt like a very nice palate cleanser, like a nice dessert. After the incredibly long, heavy meal that was Shadowbringers Endwalker. You know, you listen to some, like, you put on, like, Death Consciousness or something like that, and then, you know, you might want to just put on some fun music for a while, to not be so damn depressed. It's that sort of thing. However, what will enrich the future of Torayora is not, you know, traditional or ancient culture, but new technology. A man of what my father's caliber ought to know that. Yeah, like, I really do like the pairing up that they did with the mentor figures for each of the characters. Like, Kona representing, you know, being the stand-in for the head of knowledge, or for the head of reason, right, gets the two Charlayan PhDs, who are the most similar to him, and went through a similar arc to him to try and even him out as a person, and teach him what it truly means to be, like, intelligent and scholarly. Right? He's like the study abroad student, and he's got 2 PhDs, or like professors acting as mentors. And then Clement needs to be a hero, and so she's learning from the twins and or the twins and Kururu and the Warrior of Light. You know, it's good mentors. I'm gonna try and speed up now. Allow me to explain the more specific
この
details.
試練の目的はシャブルクピビルを再現することだ。味、見た目、調理方法のいずれかが間違っていた場合は何度でも作り直してもらう。
Okay, the goal of this challenge is to recreate Shaburuku Pibiru. If the flavor, appearance, or cooking method is incorrect, we'll have you. You can. I mean, you would probably just say you may attempt it as many times as needed, but he's basically saying like if you screw up any of those things, you got to do it again.
調理の準備が整ったらそこの炊事場を使うといい。私が認めるシャブルクピビルを先に作り、完食した組の候補者に筆跡を申請しよう。
Okay, when you are ready to begin cooking, please utilize the kitchen over there. That is a weird word for kitchen. Suijiba? Is it, or do I just not know these things? Okay. Yeah, the first group to create a Shaburuk Pibiru that I deem worthy will be given the gem. Will be given gems.
食の試練を開始する。
Now then, let us begin the trial of the meal. I'm on board entirely with this. This sounds like a lot of fun.
シャブルクピビルなんて料理今まで聞いたことがねえぜ。一体どんな食い物なんだ？
Yeah, I've never heard of Sauru Pibiru at all. I wonder what it is. I wonder what sort of dish it could even be. There's gonna be like some sort of specific cultural thing that you need to do. Yeah, I don't know if I must have heard that term before, but I just like didn't internalize it.
4組の中から私たちが組むことになろうとは、きっとこれも星の巡り合わせなのでしょう。
Okay. Yeah, it's like fate. Yeah, like us being paired together was like the whim of the stars, the fate. Yeah,
ここで
whatever.
競い合うのも一興と思ったんだが、組むなら
Really, you
組
just
む
kind
こ
of
れ以
say
上の
fate or
相手
something
はいない
along
から
those lines. You don't
全
really
力
say
で勝ち
star.
に行くぞ。
Alright, yeah. Grid's saying like it would have been fun to compete here, but... And you know, if we're gonna team up, nobody else I'd rather be teaming up with. Naruhodo. Okay. Apparently it's often used when like camping. Yeah, that makes sense. Or like that style of like camp. Hmm. I don't know what you would say in English then other than kitchen.
ラッキーだと思わない？だってあの二人が仲良く料理する姿なんて想像できないもの。今回の試練で兵士を得られる。
Yeah, can't imagine those two actually
シャブ
cooking
ルク
anything
ピビル
together.
かトライオラにあるうまい食い物は全部食ってきた私でも聞いたことがねえ料理だぜ。
Wuklawada is saying this like with pride. Very good line. Very good bit. You know, it's like I've eaten, every like all the best food in Toraora, and I've never even heard of it. Fun.
バリガルマンダの封印を解いて、僕たちを妨害しようとしたバクージャジャが足止めを食らっているとは皮肉なものだ。
Okay, yeah, it's quite ironic that Baku Zaza tried to, broke the seal on the Varigaramanda to try to hold us back, like had to, was held up here waiting for you.
悪霊への報いってやつだろ。守るべき民を危険にさらしたあの野郎を私は許さねえ。
It's like, I don't know if you would say karma, but she's basically saying like that's what he gets. You know, what goes around comes around. I'll never forgive that bastard for the people, he's supposed to protect in danger.
でもなんだってバクージャジャは卑怯な真似ばかり。そんなことしなくたって十分強いはずなのによ。
But Bakuvijaja is, always doing these, like all these cowardly things, these underhand things, but he's plenty strong. He doesn't even need, yeah, even without doing that, he'd be plenty strong. Like, he doesn't really need to be doing
そうしなきゃな
that.
らないほど王位を求める理由でもあんのか。
What, does he have like some sort of reason to, yeah, like aim for the throne that he feels like he has to do that? It's like, is there some sort of
早
thing
速で
that's
すが、
compelling
僕
him
た
to
ちの
do
勝
that?
利を確実なものとするために、この試練をどう進めていくか、方針を決めておきましょう。幸いにも、こちらには向こうに勝っている点がある。
Okay. Immediately getting down to business. Alright. Now then, let's decide on a plan for how we're going to proceed with this this trial in order to ensure our victory. Fortunately, we do have substantial, like, advantages over the other team.
ははーん、私がいることだって言いてえんだな。
No. No, he does not mean that. Oh, what? Like, I'm here? You mean, like, because I'm here? Because we got me?
その通りさ。
Oh, wait! Precisely. Exactly that.
あなたが言おうとしてたのは人数のことでしょ
I believe what you meant was we have an advantage in numbers.
う。向こうはゾラージャ王子、サレージャ、バクージャジャ、それとバクージャジャの手下が3人、合わせて6人だ。
Okay, they've got Zoraza, Sareja, Bakuzaja, his like 3 of his little minion slunkies, 6 people in
対
total.
するこっちは9人、数じゃ勝ってる。この状況を利用しない手はない。
Okay, on the other hand, we have 9, they're outnumbered. There's and no reason why we shouldn't take advantage of that.
料理を完成させるための知識も材料も、これだけの人数で手分けして当たれば、その分早く揃うだろう。
Okay. Yeah, we've got more people, we've got more... Yeah, so we can, like... You're just saying we can split up to get the, necessary knowledge and ingredients to complete the dish.
なんだ、楽勝じゃねえか。
What? Oh, this is gonna be easy.
油断しちゃダメよ。数さえ多ければ何事もうまくいくってわけじゃないんだから。
And don't get careless. Just because there's more of us doesn't mean we'll win everything will go as planned.
シャブルクピビルがどんな料理なのかわからないことには、必要な材料や調理道具を揃えることもできません。まずは情報を集める必要があります。
Okay, first thing that we're gonna need is information. We don't know what the... I'm just gonna say the dish at this point. If we don't know what the dish is, we won't be able to get the necessary implements or ingredients we need. We should go get information. Okay, so we're gonna go around the village. Okay. Even if we can't get any direct answers when it comes to their traditional cuisine, we should be able to, yeah, find some clues what in their everyday life. In their way of life. Okay. Do that and come back here. I do love how we've gone to a new zone, and it is dark and raining again. It's like this every damn time. No. Ooh, spices. Spices. Many herbs and spices. Many types I haven't seen before.
紅の木の種を見るのは初めて。料理を鮮やかな紅色に色付けできるし、薬代わりにも使われる便利なものなのよ。
Is this a real thing? Oh no, is this a real thing? I don't know Japanese food terms actually, like at all. What the hell is this? Huh. I don't even know what this is in English. Beninoki? Chiote? Oh, anato. Anato. Ooh. Okay. Now I'm aware of what this is. Okay. How do you actually pronounce that? I don't know how you pronounce that. Natto? Okay. The more you know. Okay, this is your first time seeing Anato. Yeah, they're incredibly useful. Be used to dye food, bright, vibrant red, and also used in medicine. Interesting.
シャブルクピビルのことを教えてほしいって
Yeah, you want me to tell you about Shaburuk Pibiru?
教えてやりたいのは山々なんだけど、フンムルクから口止めされてるんだよ。ま、それも試練の一環ってことなんだろう。
I'd really love to tell you all about it, but Humuruk and told me to keep quiet. Well, I suppose that's just part of the trial.
ああ、シャブルクピビルのことを話してたら、俺も食いたくなっちゃったよ。帰りに獅子肉を調達していかないとな。
Oh, he let it slip. Oh, now that we're talking about Shaburuk Pibiru, made me want to eat it too. I'm gonna have to get some boar meat. Gonna have to get some like wild boar on the way home. So it's some sort of pork dish.
バクユジャジャのおつむ、一体何を考えてるんだか。こんなかったるい試練なんて放っておいて、先にマムークへ行けばよいものを。
Okay. Now, what the heck is Baku Jaja thinking? We should just, like, ignore this obnoxious, boring trial. go tell Momuk.
バカ、兵士も揃ってねえのに帰ったら、あの人がなんて言うか。どの道を頭は、真面目に試練なんざ受ける気はねえよ。いざとなったら、壺の兵士の時みてえに。
Yeah, you idiot, what are they gonna say if we came back without the gems? Yeah, the boss doesn't wanna... Yeah, the boss isn't gonna be here trying to, like, take this seriously. It's gonna be the same as the trial of the jar.
で、てめえは、ウクラマと王女の、
No, they're gonna try and steal
お前
one.
と話すことなんかねえんだよ。さっ
Oh,
さ
yeah,
と
what,
仲間
you're
の
with...
ところに帰りな。
You're with Princess Wolgamot. We ain't got nothing to say to you. Go back to your friends, your team. So here we're trying to get into more of the question of why Baku Jaja is doing the things that he's doing. It really does seem like he's kind of just working for somebody else. Oh, wait a second. Are we doing like the buried, like roasted whole pig? Is that what we're doing here?
打ち捨てられた
Like getting some banana leaves and
これ
stuff?
までに見たことがない色をしている。さらに近くの地面から白い煙が立ち上っているのが見える。
Okay. Okay, yeah, these banana peels are a color I've never seen before. You can see, yeah, there's white smoke coming from the ground. So we're doing the thing where you
そ
like
れは私が
bury
食べ
it.
たバナナの残りさ。シャブルクビビルに必要なのは歯の方だから実を食べながら
Yeah.
上がりを待つんだよ。
Yeah, okay. That's fun. So we are doing the whole banana leaf thing. Wait a second, so this is a situation where I know what this is gonna be like way before the okay. Oh yeah, that's leftover from a banana that I ate. You ate the leaves for chaburuk pibiru. Yeah, you can just eat the fruit while you're waiting for it to be done. Is that a banana? Smoke. Stuffed crust pizza, final answer. Aw, dang it. Incredibly loud, incorrect buzzer. So I'm assuming we're doing, like, spiced, buried roast, whole wild boar.
悪い、遅くなった。
Maybe with, like, some nice seasoned rice or something. Sorry for being late.
では集めた情報を整理しよう。
Alright, let's compile the information we've
関しては観光令が敷かれていたが、調理する行為そのものは禁じられていないようだったね。
Wait a second, what are you talking about here? Oh, this is a complicated thing to say. Okay, so it's like... Yeah, okay, so what he's saying is like they were... He actually does say there was a gag order in place regarding, like, informing us of the preparation, the means of preparation of shabu pibiru, but the people, they were not prohibited from preparing it themselves. So it's like other people were cooking it.
日常的に食べる料理のようだから、集落で見かけた光景が調理法の手がかりになりそうだ。
Okay, it seems something like a dish they eat on a daily basis, so we saw through the village might give us some clues as to its preparation.
私は複数のスパイスやハーブを調合中のご婦人を見かけたわ。その中にあった見覚えのない好みについても話を聞けたの。
Okay, we're not... They're probably gonna do the thing again where I think I'm gonna need to say something specific, but I'm probably not. I saw mixing herbs and spices. Learned about some like unfamiliar. I can't remember if it's like, is that a nut or a berry? Yeah, it's yeah, anato. Oh, it's seed. It's anato. The, you know, those little red. Apparently, they are seeds. They're used quite frequently in the cuisine around
な
here.
るほど。もしもそれがシャブルクピビルに使うスパイスだとすれば、味付けに関係してきそうですね。
Okay. If it's a spice used in Tobirupiri, it has to be like important to the flavor of the seasoning a bit.
立ち上る白い煙を見ました。そばにいた調理師の方によれば、バナナの葉で包んだ何かを地面に埋めて蒸し焼きにしているのだと。
Okay, saw some white smoke rising from the ground. Yeah, chef cook nearby said that they had wrapped something in banana leaves and had buried it underground and were baking it, steaming it.
それなら私も隣で見てた
That is
から
more like
覚えてる
bake.
ぜでもよ、ふかすって言っても何を調理して食う料理なんだろうな。
But really, that is the point of it, is to, like, you know, capture the moisture. Man, I'm just gonna get hard filtered by all of these food terms. Yeah, I was there. Yeah, watching that with you, but you know, you said it was steamed. What exactly are they steaming? Okay, you've got your joke option here. You've got this boar, beef, or catfish. I'm this boar.
思わず村人が漏らした一言を聞き逃さないとはお手柄ですね。
Okay, and then they're just saying like, yeah, you caught that. You know, a villager let that slip. Quite well done.
これまでの情報を総合すると、紅の木の種など複数のスパイスで味付けした猪肉をバナナの葉で包んで地中で蒸し焼きにした料理。
Okay, based on what we know, yeah, it's all of that stuff.
仮にこの推測が正しいと
wrapped
し
in
て、
banana
問
leaves,
題は材料の調達
roasted
先が
underground, steamed. Yeah. Hang on. Why is it doing this? But yeah, it's okay. Sorry. The OCR thing was just taking forever, and I thought that it had crashed again. It always just, when nothing shows up, I get scared, because, like, it crashed that one time and completely locked my PC. I do not want that to happen again. That was very annoying. Alright, so, assuming that we are correct, the problem then is how we're going to procure all the
サン
materials.
クレッドに協力してもらってこの辺りの植生や動物について調べてきた。日常的に食べる料理なら材料も近場で揃うと踏んでな。
Okay. So with Pangrid's help, researched the flora and fauna of the area. So, and we figured that or something that they make on a daily basis. They'd have to be available nearby.
付近の森にはスパイスの元となる好みが多くなっていて、ホッグの禁煙種イブルクの姿も確認できた。スパイス類や獅子肉ならどれも調達できそうだぞ。
Okay, so I'm gonna go a little bit skim on this. Yeah, there's the things are nearby. We can get the pork as well. We can get the bag.
エレンビル
That's all. Yeah, great information. Good job, Aaronville.
あとは調理器具も必要ですね。どなたかに調達をお願いできると助かりますが。
Hang on. OBS just like crashed on me for a second there. Oh no, things are going from bad to worse. And we'll also need what, like cooking utensils, implements. Be wonderful if somebody could help me to
私が
procure
探し
them.
てくるわ
Okay, I'll go help.
私もそちらに回ろう。器具に加えて蒸し焼きにするためには多くの焚き火が必要だろうからね。
Oh my god, it's like everything is crashing. Fuckers are shutting us down. Yeah. No, it's like, it's getting concerning, actually. Oh no. Alfino gets to do his favorite activity. I'll help with that as well. Yeah, in addition to implements, we'll also need quite a lot of firewood. It's his favorite activity.
では私もお付き合いいたしましょう。
Please allow me to help as well.
なら調達する食材についても担当を決めておこう。俺はスパイスとハーブを集めてくる。複数種類となると森を駆け回る必要があるだろうからな。
Okay. We gotta choose who's in charge of getting what.
獅子肉
Okay.
は俺が行こう。アリ勢も手を貸してく
I'll
れる
get,
か。
he says he's gonna get the herbs and spices, gonna need to go through the forest to be getting them. Like, it's gonna take some real agility, whatever. How's your PC's thermals? They should be fine. I think it's just the, I think it's probably just the, what, like, Amazon OCR API being, like, really slow or whatever. Like, it's skipping around and stuff. Strangely, right? This is getting very frustrating. Okay, I'll handle the wild boar. Would you be willing to help me with that, Alize? Here, let me restart.
残りはバナナの葉ですね。
Let me
それ以
restart
外なら
more.
僕一人で事足りそうだ。
Maybe that'll make it stop freaking the hell out. Okay. That leaves the banana leaves. I think I can manage that on my own.
この辺りじゃ手に入りませんよ。ここよりも標高の低い下の森、ジャティーカオ森でしか栽培できないと聞いたことが
Oh,
ある。
okay. No, you can't get banana leaves around here. They're, you know, what, only in the lower forest? Like at a much lower altitude, the Jaltika inner
あ
forest,
そこまで行っていてはかなりの
central
時間をロ
forest.
ス
That's
して
like
しまう
inner.
あるいはトライオラ
Maybe
に
deep?
戻れば手に入るかもしれませんが。
All right. If you were to, you know, if we were to go that far, waste quite a bit of time. Maybe we'd be able to get them if we were to go back to
まずは
Torayora.
確実な方法としてこの村の住人に譲っていただけないか交渉しましょう。
All right. It's like considering what the certain, like, as they would be capable of providing it, let's negotiate with the villagers and see if they would be
ラ
willing
ナ
to.
チ、オレオさん、二人もバナナの葉探しにお付き合いください。
Okay. So it's gonna be the three of us trying to get the banana
へ
leaves.
へ腹を減らすのにちょうどいいぜ。ああ、早くシャブルクピビルを食ってみてえな。
Yeah, it's like, yeah, just right for to work up an appetite. Ah man, I can't wait to
では、
to
皆
try
さ
the
ん
shovel
それぞれ
computer.
担当の作業に当たってください。
Okay. This is definitely just going to be one of those segments of going around doing chores. I'm definitely going to put a lower emphasis on these lines, just to try and make up some time. Okay, let's get those banana leaves and make some shovel computer. Alright, then we'll beat Zoraja and Bakuza. Get our hands on those gems. Okay. That's a very complex quest name for what's going on right here. That's an incredibly complex quest name for a cooking competition. What? What? I'm assuming this is like a saying that they have. Is this like an actual saying as well? It's like, ignorance leads to conflict, knowledge forms bonds. Okay, but can I really be blamed for thinking that's a bit of a pivot from wacky cooking competition to ignorance like leads to conflict, or like ignorance breeds conflict, knowledge forms bonds, or like that's like understanding forms bonds. I'm assuming that they're being quite literal with saying like, oh, the act of learning how to cook this dish. This is gonna be something that they came up with, like, as they... I get it. It's the, you've got the Mamuza and the cat people, right? And it's gonna be like, you can only get the banana leaves from the Mamuza in Mamuk or something, and so it's like them coming together is what allows this dish to be made in the first place. That's what we're doing, right? It's like a representative dish, like it's something that can only be made because they put their differences aside and stopped fighting one another. That sort of thing. Now let's begin with our procuring the banana leaves. Okay. Yeah, they were using the banana leaves. What he just said, let's see if they can give us some. Well, like, that's why it's such a specific quest name. Like, I would imagine that the name of the dish also has something to do with the concept of coming together and no longer fighting one another. Like, it's some sort of togetherness style thing. Right? Hey, what's up, man? Oh, do you need something from me? Wait, they're just called bananas in J? What, did they not call... Oh, did they call them something else in English? Did they use... Did they come up with a fantasy term, or did they use, like, a Spanish term? But aren't they just... Are you fucking kidding? There's no way. There's no way, right? You have to be... Dag, please, please, please. Please tell me that that's not true. Please tell me that that's not true. What the hell do they call them? I don't want to look this up, man. You guys are... I'm being gaslit. I don't want to look this up. Don't worry, I made it... Look, man! I see, you're looking for banana leaves.
だが、手持ちの分はすべて調理に使ってしまってね。どうしても欲しいなら、下の森に行くしかないよ。
I used everything that I used all that I had on hand for cooking. If you really want some, you're gonna have to go to the forest below.
私たちが使ってい
Are
る
they
バナナは
called something different? Are they not just called
バナナ
banana
に
leaves?
と違って、下の森にあるゴルマジイカ蜜園で品種改良されたものなんだ。野生種よりも葉が分厚くて、いろいろと都合が良いのさ。
I mean, this is all, again, just very true. Oh, so they... Oh, yeah, no, they just call them banana leaves. Yeah, the bananas we use aren't, you know, the wild variety that you occasionally see in the capital. They're, like, selectively bred in the Goru Mazika. Like honey garden farm, maybe? I don't know what this is. This is a place. Yeah, the leaves are thicker than the wild ones, makes them more useful for various
そう
applications.
ですか。時間効率の観点から避けたかったのですが、ジャティカ大森に行くしかないようですね。
Alright, yeah, it's... wanted to avoid having to go there in order to attempt to save as much time as possible, but it looks like we have no choice but to go to the I don't like anything that you could say for this forest name. I don't like. It's like Jatika. What do you mean, like this? Like Omori? Or is it Nakamori? No idea. Not sure. I'm assuming O. But that's like inner forest. You might go with like deep forest. I don't know. I'm not
それ
gonna
は
try.
無理というものだ。
Oh, that's... What, that's impossible? I don't understand why you would use a made-up additional term for bananas. Maybe they'll give you the species name of them and they'll call them that, but I don't know why you wouldn't just say banana leaves.
現在、ジャティイカ大森へとつながるティーンベクトー道が土砂崩れで埋まってしまってね。先日の大嵐で土が緩んでいたのだろう。
Okay. So, yeah, what, the path to... the cave leading to... Or it's like the tunnel, rather, leading to the forest is... Yeah, been buried in a landslide. The storm loosened the soil, I suppose.
それじゃバナナの葉を調達できねえってことか。
What? So then we're not going to be able to get any banana leaves. Is that what you're saying?
フンムルク殿が土砂崩れのことを把握していてなお、試練を中止、あるいは題材を変えないということは、他に入手方法があるのですね。
Okay. God, it's bothering me so much that it's taking so long to do this OCR. Every time it's just making me worried. It's like having a speech jammer on. It really is like having a speech jammer on, because every time that I press the button and nothing happens, it just makes me go like, I'm just looking over. I'm not looking at the readout. I'm not looking at the script. I'm just looking over like, is it crashing my fucking PC? It's so annoying. Yeah, okay, but it's like for you to have known about the landslide, but to have not changed the trial or the contents of it, surely there must be another way to access the forest.
さて、どうかな。
I wonder. And now then, I wonder.
食の試練のことで伝え忘れたことがあってね。君たちを追いかけてきたら、先ほどの会話が聞こえて、つい口を挟んでしまったのだよ。
Okay, it's like there's something I forgot to tell you about what, trial of the meal? But I was following you all and, yeah, listening in, I couldn't help. But, want to interject?
私らに伝え忘れたことって、
Something you forgot to tell us.
完成したシャブルクピビルを食べる役目は、王位継承者が担うことになっている。満腹で試練に挑戦できないなどという事態は、避けてくれたまえ。
Huh. I get what we're doing. Yeah, what contestant candidate for the throne is responsible for eating the finished Shaburu Pivir. Please attempt to avoid. Yeah, please take care to not become unable to finish the challenge due to having a full stomach. Is the stream randomly cutting out for like half a second? Oh no. Oh no, is it doing that? Oh no, is my fishy actually dying?
へ、私は花からそのつもりだ。
Okay, but that is very great. It's like, yeah, that was my plan from the get-go. He was always planning on eating it. Yay.
But だけど、どうやってバナナの葉を探せばいいんだよ。
But how should we get banana leaves? How are we gonna find some banana leaves?
ここまでの試練は一貫して、その地域の風土や文化を知るための内容になっていた。きっと、今回だってそうだ。
Yeah, okay. And it's like through the trials so far, the trials so far have been about learning about like the local that isn't really like climate. It's like learning about the region and the culture of it, of each region. I'm sure that's the same this time around as
シ
well.
ャブルクピビルそのものを知ることで、何か手がかりが得られるかもしれない。
Okay, in that case, we might be able to. It's like learning about Shaburuk Piviru itself might give us some clues.
なるほどな。調理法や材料については分かったけど、誰が作ったのか、どうやって生まれたのかはさっぱりだ。
Hey, look, this is. I really should look at the English less. Because then I'm like, instead of just enjoying the game as I'm seeing it, I'm comparing it to the English. But really, like, they do have. It's not like the observations that Wuklamot makes are the most insightful thing in the known universe. But they're good observations, right? It's like, she's not supposed to be like a bumbling idiot. You know? Yeah, we know how it's cooked and what ingredients are in it, but we don't know who made it. Or how it came to be.
だったら、この地で起こった戦争について知るべきだよ。
Okay. Wait a second. I'm not gonna check. I was gonna be like, what's the name of this quest in English? I'm not actually gonna check. Not gonna check. Not looking at it. It does not exist to me. Okay. in that case, you should know about the war that took place here.
シュバラール族とマムージャ族の間に起こった戦いのことか？
You're talking about the war between the Suhararu and the Mamuza, right?
両部族の戦いは開戦から何百年も続いた。この森には今もその爪痕が残ってるんだ。
Okay, it's like war between the two races continued for hundreds of years. Yeah, the scars, the after effects of that can still be seen in the forest today.
それだけ激しかった戦いがどう結末を迎えたのか知ることができれば、シャブルクピビルのこともわかるよ。
Yeah, okay, so we are doing the thing that I was talking about. If you can find out how such a fierce, intense, violent war ended, you will come to understand Shabaruk Pibiru as well.
戦争と飯がどう関係してくるんだ？
And so, what, it's like how are the, war and food related? It's like, what do war and food have to do with each other? Like, they still have her be somewhat naive, but she's not, like, completely brain dead, right?
それを紐解くためにも、まずは戦いの歴史を調べてみよう。遠回りになるのはもどかしくもあるが、試練の目的を考えれば間違った道ではないはずだ。
Okay, in order to... Yeah, so then to figure this out, let's look into the history of the war. Yeah, it's a bit frustrating to take such a large detour on our... Well, like in our search, but considering the intent or purpose behind the trial, path. I believe it's the right path forward.
なら、東にあるイオンアソの家々を訪ねてごらん。当時の戦争で滅んでしまった廃村の一つだから何かわかるかもしれないよ。
Oh, what is the actual... Is that the actual what is the actual pronunciation for that? Okay, you should go to the, Yongaso no, like the... Oh, I guess it is, yeah. Like the houses of Yongaso to the east. It's, what, abandoned villages that were destroyed in the war. Might learn something there.
イオンアソの家々だな。教えてくれてありがとうよ。行ってみるぜ。
Name of the place, thanks for telling us about it.
まず
We'll
は
go check it
ラ
out.
クブラー社を出て東に
Okay, let's leave the village and head to the east. I mean, this is, like, verbatim. Holy shit. This is verbatim the, thing that we were talking about, though, at the start of the stream with why the whole taco thing really actually did matter. Right? Like, I went on a very long rant, and people were very upset by it when they experienced it when playing through the game themselves, and it is because Alfino is correct that food is very deeply related to history and culture. And so, if you're an English translation team, and this is supposed to be like, fantasy North and South America, literally in Japanese they call this place the New World, you can't mess up food. You got Wuklamat coming around telling people that tacos are... authentic tacos are crunchy. That's a slap in the face for real people's culture. War between the Shiwararu and Mamuja. I know roughly what happened, but I've never looked into the details. Okay, this village was destroyed to the east. Still haven't seen anything like it. Let's keep going down the road a bit further. I am relatively surprised that Japanese Elf, like literally just perfectly summarized the issue, though. And they've literally got an entire segment, an entire zone dedicated to the idea of food being, like, inexorably linked to culture. And then we still get fucking crunchy tacos, man. I'm not gonna get over it. Like, that's gonna stay with me for a very long time. I'm gonna be like 65 one day and still gonna remember... Man, they seriously said crunchy tacos in Final Fantasy XIV. It will stay with me forever. Okay.
「この廃村がイオンアソの家々か。戦争の被害を受けるまではここにも人が住んでたんだよな。」
That was pretty good, yeah. Okay, yeah, this is the abandoned village. People lived here. Or was, like, yeah, damaged. And then was, like, destroyed in the war. Oh, wait a second. Is that... Shit. Why am I blanking? Why am I blanking? I know this one. I'm fairly certain that's just great-grandfather, right? That's great-grandfather. Yes. See, this is what I mean, man. This is the sort of thing that I mean. This is why I'm saying that it's a speech jammer. I knew that. I 100% knew that. That's just, yeah, that's obviously great-grandfather. Because I've pressed the OCR button and I'm waiting for something to appear in Yomitan, my brain just goes, brrrr, just fucking sorting algorithm. That is a thing. That is a problem. Like, when I am in stream mode, if it does not exist on Yomitan, my confidence level is 0, even if I 100% know it. Just because the off chance that I say something and it's just totally wrong, hate, 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 hate. Like when I just skimmed and I misread the... when I skimmed and I misread Hunter as Protector, that's just like, alright, I'm done. I'm gonna just go do a fucking gainer off the Empire State Building. And my great-grandfather was from this village. Originally from this village. Oh, yo! It's the best character! Yes! Oh, Okebu, what are you doing here?
We're
running into this guy too frequently for it to be a coincidence. I think he's following us around. I stopped by Ikubarasha to... yeah, here's purchase some lumber when I heard that Princess Wuklamat was heading to the village as well. This dude is great. Who says this? Man, I shouldn't start saying this. Ridiculous. Oh, I didn't even notice the MTL. That is very funny. It's like I hastened to meet you, thinking that I may be able to provide some assistance. or may be able to be
こい
of
つは
some
ハヌ
assistance.
ハヌ族の足の試練で世話になった船大工の受け部だ。
Oh yeah, this is the shipwright, Ukebu. You really helped us out in the Trial of the Reeds, the Hanohano village. You probably just say the Hanohano
よろ
village.
しく頼む。君はウクラマと王女の新しい仲間
Oh no. Here's the setup. He is not going to recognize Prince Kolna and is going to be very distraught at that fact. Ah, a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Are you a new, like, companion, a new compatriot of Princess Wukamat's?
一時的ですがね。名をコーナと言います。
Temporarily, yes. Or only temporarily. My name is Kona. Kolna. Oh no, Prince Kolna.
コーナ、はて、どこかで聞いたような。
Kolna. Where have I heard that name before?
で、トライオラの第二王子のコーナ様あ
Yes, the second prince of Torayora. Kona. Prince Kona.
この受け部、日頃から礼儀の重要性を説いておきながら、王族に対して何たる無礼な真似を、どうかその銃で私のこめかみを一思いに。
Yeah. How dare I, like who always professes the importance of etiquette, treat a member of royalty and so rudely. No, they're not running this joke then. I think this joke always works. I think that this joke very much always works. I'm a big fan. Yeah, please, take that gun of yours. He is saying, like, like, place it firmly upon my temple and...
だから、いちいち怖いんだよ。
Yeah, like, this is the joke. だから、いちいち怖いんだよ。Honestly, these lines really need to be like... It really needs to be like, man, stop doing this, you're freaking me out.
別に気にする必要はありませんよ。
気にする必要. Yeah, so now it's going to be the exact same joke. There's no need to pay it any mind. Or there's no need to worry about it. Really.
そうですか。では気にしません。
Oh, in that case I won't. Alright, in that case I won't. It really needs to be the exact same... It needs to be the exact same line every time. They don't make it the same line every time in the English. So desu ka? Dewa kinishimasen. I love this dude. I love this running
相
joke.
変わらず、切り替えが早い。
Honestly, it's like, yeah, it's, switching up Kirikai. Honestly, you would probably go with, like, every time with this guy.
聞けば、シャブルクピビルのことをお調べとのこと。
It really needs to be the exact same line every time. That's what makes it work as a running joke.
お教えいたしましょう。
I'm like 99% certain that every single time they've translated this exchange, it has been a different line from him each time. It needs to be the same line. That's what makes it funny. I heard that you were researching Shaburo Piviru, on, what, Umuruk's orders. I can't tell you the recipe or like the exact, the cooking method or ingredients, but I can tell you about our history.
ありがてえ。頼むぜ、受け部。
Oh, thanks, please do.
シュバラール族とマムージャ族の戦争は、端的に申しますと土地をめぐる争いとなります。
Okay, wait, what's that? Again, I know these. These are things that I know, but then if it's... Yeah, because it's just Tantiki. That's just Tantiki. I know that. Ah, I hate this so much. The war between the Shubararu and Mamuja was, to put it simply, a war over land. A dispute
マムー
over
ジャ
land,
族が
war
住
over
む
land.
下の森は日照量が少なく、自力も弱いため、実りが少ない。故に、日の当たる土地を求め、戦いを挑んできたのです。
Okay, the lower forest where the Mamuja live receives very little sunlight, and as a result, the soil is very infertile. Leading to what poor harvests. So they fought in search of or in pursuit of what more sunny, or of like territory with more
し
sunlight.
かし、高地に陣取る側に地の利があるのは必要。しばらくはシュバラール族優勢の戦いが続きました。
However, it's like as the Shivararu held the the higher ground, we had an advantage, and so the war continued while in favor of the Shivararu.
それでも、この村が滅びるほどの何かが戦況を変える出来事が起こったのですね。
Still, something must have happened, or something must have changed the course of the war such that this village could be destroyed, or such that this village was destroyed in the process.
それはお二人もよく知る存在が誕生したことです。
Okay, so I like this. This is an interesting way for them to do this. Okay, so we've got a recurring theme throughout the entire expansion of inferiority and superiority complexes, right? The Mamuja were historically disadvantaged, and then the two-headed people being born were they're heroes that allowed them to overcome their disadvantaged state. Wuklamat feels inferior to her siblings. You know, it's a lot of superiority, inferiority, going back and forth, right? You know, you've got even now Bakuzaza is not actually acting as though he is superior. Interesting things are going on. So, the reason that the Mamuja were able to reverse their disadvantaged state so the Sonzai thing, it was the birth of a being that I'm sure you're quite, of something that an entity that I'm sure you're quite familiar with.
当時のマムージャ陣営は一枚岩とは言えず、フビゴ族、ブネワ族、ドプロ族の三部族が主導権を争っていました。
Okay. At that time, the Mamuja were not united. That really is monolithic. Three tribes, the Hubigo, Bunewa, and Opuro, were competing, vying for supremacy.
そんな状態で我らとの戦争が始まったものですから、戦場でさえ手柄を奪い合うありさまであったとか。
Okay, he was in... They began their war with us in the midst of that state, and even on the battlefield they were competing with one another for, like renown and accomplishments,
し
achievements.
かしある時、不備後の族長が部族間の連携を強化しようと、ブネワの族長に互いの子らを婚姻させる政略結婚を申し出た。それが運命を思わぬ方向へと導きます。
Okay, however, one day in an attempt to strengthen the ties or like relationship, cooperation between the tribes, the chief of the Huigo proposed a political marriage to the chief of the Bunewa, which their children would be married. This led to a but rather unexpected turn of fate. It's like this led fate in a unexpected direction. I don't know how exactly you would want to say that. Okay, at that time it was believed that, people from those from different tribes, even though they were both Mamuja, could not have children with one another.
ところが生まれてしまったのです。両部族の血を引いた異形の存在、相当が。
However, a strange, right? He does say Igyo. Quite strange, bizarre. Being was born with, carrying the blood of both tribes. The two-headed one.
そして相当は頑強な肉体と高い魔力を兼ね備えた戦士として成長。やがて祝福の兄弟と呼ばれ、三部族を束ねる王となった。
And this two-headed one grew up to be a warrior with possessing an incredibly strong body and great magical power. Eventually became known as the it's like blessed siblings, the blessed brothers. What became the king who united the three tribes.
その力がどれほどのものか僕たちはよくわかっていますよ。
We know quite well just how powerful they can, that they can be.
相当の台頭によって結束したマムージャ族がシュバラール族に猛攻を加えたのは言うまでもないこと。以後、戦は激化の一途をたどることになります。
Okay. Needless to say, the Mamuja, united by the rise of the two-headed one, launched an intense attack on the Shivararu, and from then on, the war only intensified.
ここを南へ進んだ先に当時の戦場となったショブリとハイ戦場があります。続きはそこでお話ししましょう。
Haisenjo. Okay, if you proceed south from here, come to the, Shoburito, like ashen battlefield. I'll continue my explanation there. Or we'll continue speaking there. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I can see that this shit is all still burned.
一体 ここで
We're getting into some actual story stuff.
ここがシュバラール族とマムージャ族の戦いにおいて主戦場となったショブリト敗戦場です。
Okay, this is the ashen battlefield of Choburito. It's the main site of battle between the Shubararu and Mamuza.
文字通り怪人に帰したこの土地を見ればどれだけ苛烈な戦いだったのか察することができますね。
And looking at this place, which was quite literally reduced to ashes, you can get... I can see just how fierce the war was,
一族の伝
the
承によれ
fighting
ば
was.
ヨカフイ族が去った500年ほど前から森の支配権をかけた争いが始まったのだとか。
Okay, according to the... Yeah, it's like according to our... it's Dinshol isn't really like folklore necessarily. D just means like the story, the information handed down. I don't know if you necessarily say legend, but whatever. The battle for the war for control of the force began 500 years ago after the departure of the Yokofui.
以来400年以上にもわたり幾度もの大戦と数えきれない小競り合いが繰り返されてきました。
Since then, what, over the past 400 years, there have been many like major wars and countless skirmishes.
そんな歴史的な戦いを80年ほど前にこの地を訪れた父上が終わらせた。
And 80 years ago, around 80 years ago, my father brought an end to that, like, historic fighting when he visited this place.
グルージャジャ様はたった6人の仲間と共にシュワラール族とマムージャ族の陣営を相手取った。結果、見事に戦場を制圧したのです。
Wait a second. What, it's like Guru Jaja with like only 6 of his... Yeah, with only 6 of his companions faced the Shuvararu and Mamuja, like their encampments. And what, gained control, seized control of the battlefield?
さすがは全盛期のバリガルマンダを封印した連中だぜ。
Like, yeah, they took on the Varigaramanda at its full, in its prime. They really were something else.
そうして半ば強引に戦いを中断させたグルージャジャ様は争い合う両部族を集めて会談の場を設けたといいます。
Okay. And so then, what it said, or it's really so then, after forcibly it's like forcibly putting an end to the... Or it's not putting an end, forcing a, like a pause in the fighting. Guru Jaja gathered the two warring races together and arranged a meeting. Wait, how far back are we gonna go for this one? Oh, we're going all the way back.
先祖が争っていたからというだけで、お前たちは何百年も飽きずに戦ってきたわけだが、今日限りでしまいにしてもらうぞ。
Dude, he's great! And simply because your ancestors fought one another, you've continued to fight for hundreds of years without end. But that will all end today.
その言葉は我らが森を奪わんとするトカゲ野郎に言え。こやつらさえいなければ我らは平穏に暮らしていけるのだ。
Yeah, okay, they do just go Tokage Yaro. Yeah, tell that to those. Really, that is like tell that to those fucking lizards who were trying to, you know, take our forest. If it wasn't for them, we could live in peace, and we would live in peace without them. You coward! If you really don't want to fight, then just surrender the forest and run away with your tail between your legs.
どちらか一方が決定的な勝利を得て、もう一方を排除したとて、いずれまた次の侵略者が現れるだけです。
Wait, is this the first time we're hearing? This is the first time we're hearing the other head. He does not sound like how I expected him to sound. Even if one of yours, even if one side were to claim decisive victory, what, and it's like, oh god, Patch, why did you have to say that? Yeah, that crown definitely is stabbing into his eyes. Oh god, that looks, oh no, no. So the thing is that he's saying Haijo. This Haijo is referring to just like expel, not eliminate. So actually I just walked myself through what I would go with this, even if one side were to claim decisive victory and expel the other. A new aggressor will simply emerge.
あなた方はこの海の外に他の大陸が存在し、いくつもの国々が歯を競い合っていることをご存知ですか?
Are you aware that there are other nations, that there are other continents, like out there across the ocean, with nations constantly competing with one another, or it's like warring with one another for supremacy?
Muri mo arimasen. 太陽を超える方法を持たぬ私どもには、その事実を知る術がありませんでしたからね。
It's understandable that you wouldn't. As, you know, we have no means of crossing the ocean. We would have no way of knowing this. Of knowing this fact. Oh, hey.
しかし、やってきたのですよ。大海原を渡り、このトラルへとたどり着いたトツ国からの来訪者が。
And yet, I mean, it's, you don't want to just say, like, they arrived. It's like, you would probably say, until he arrived. A visitor from a faraway land crossed the Great Sea and came here, to this continent. Apparently, Colorado is, means continent, right? Like, you'd probably say to this land.
トナワータ族の大男かと思っていたが、よく見てみれば違うようだな。
I thought he was a Colorado man, but looking at him, that it's a little bit different. He's like a little different.
なあ、俺は海を見たことがあるが、見渡す限り水ばかりで、他の大陸なんて見えなかったぞ。見えないほど遠くにあるなら、どんな船があれば渡れるんだ?
Okay, the way that this guy talks is kind of ridiculous. This voice that they have given this Fubigo man is somewhat silly. It is kind of hampering my ability to take this scene perfectly seriously. I get that it's the style that they're going for, but it does read as somewhat silly to me. It's like, yeah, I've seen the ocean before, but as far as you could see, it's just water. There's no other continents or anything in sight. If it's so far away that you can't even see it, what sort of boat would you need to cross it?
問題は、そのような船を我らは作れないという点ですよ。私どもよりも優れた技術を持つ国が存在し、トラルの存在を知ったのです。
Wait, this is I get what he's going for here. I love this. Okay, man who only ever talks about the culture. This is like verbatim the setup for an outside context problem. I fucking love this, actually. From Accession. Hang on, what's like the full quote? Oh, it's so good. Hang on, let me just play this out a little bit longer. But I really like this. I really like this. Yeah. However, we cannot build such a ship. There are other nations with superior technology to ours, and they have learned of the existence of Torara.
彼らのうちのいずれかの国がトラルに目をつけて支配しようと欲望を燃やしたらどうなると思いますか?
Yeah. God, this is good. If one of those nations were to set its sights on Torara and the way that he says this, the shihai shiyou to yokubo o moyastara, is so evocative as well. If they were to, like, develop a burning desire to seize control of it, what do you think would happen?
お分かりになりましたか? 凸国の侵略者がいつ現れるとも限らないということが。
Do you understand now? Foreign invaders could arise at any moment. Yeah, foreign invaders could appear at any moment. Oh, it's Zondesvie? God, I really do just... Hang on, I'm just gonna let the whole thing play.
そうならぬために寛容なのは トラルに生きる人々が一つに団結し、隙を見せぬこと。もはや小さな部族同士で争っている場合ではありません。
To prevent this from occurring, it is essential. Yeah, what? It is essential that the people of Toraru unite as one. What, to not... it's like the skill misenu. You would probably just say, like, and show no... to show no weakness. At the time for... like, yeah, what, small... He does say, like, 小さな部族. Well, it's 小さな部族同士で. Yeah, it's no longer time for... It's like small races, small nations, peoples, to fight with one another. The time for this sort of fighting is past, etc.
俺ら一人一人の力などたかが知れてる。だが互いを知り手を取り合うことでバリガルマンダほどの大きな力にだって対抗できるんだ。
God, the way he talks is so cool. It's like... Okay, so the MTL is completely wrong on this, as usual. That's a very cool turn of phrase. It's like individually, all of us, you know, individually we are nothing. Yeah, but like through knowing one another and joining forces, we have stood against a foe as great as the Varigarumanda.
バリガルマンダに
The Varigarumanda?
言葉だけでは到底信じられないが、戦場でお前たちに敗れた今となっては。
You know, if you just said it, I wouldn't believe it, but you know, from what you did on the battlefield.
ああ、こいつらの連携は見上げたものだ。土砲を守るために怪力のヨカフイ族の足元を狙ったら、ペルペル族のやつに素早く阻まれた。
It's like what their teamwork, their cooperation is truly impressive, astounding. What I aim for the feat of the Yokafui to protect our like ballistas, but was quickly blocked by the what Peru.
すかさず距離を取ってそいつを弓で射抜こうとしたら、今度はハヌハヌ族が風の魔法で矢を叩き落としてくる。互いの弱点を互いの長所で補う戦いぶりは圧巻だった。
Hey, wow, we're putting it a little bit on the nose, but again, this is nice. Sure, I tried to take the distance and shoot at them with my bow, but the Hanu used his, you know, impressive wind magic to knock the arrows away. It was a beautifully fought battle with each like covering for each other's weaknesses with their own strengths. Oh wow. It's almost like the whole theme of the game. It's almost like that's the whole theme of the expansion, is the whole reason why this guy is called the Daewoo, right? And it's United King. Unite, the word unite. I'm gonna fucking lose it. this is what the strength that comes from, the races joining together as one. That is the sort of nation we would build. We endeavor to build.
しかし、これまで殺し合ってきた相手とどうやって手を取り合えというのだ。
How can we come together with? It's like we've been killing each other for so long. How could we possibly come together now?
ねえ、騙されたと思って一晩だけ付き合え。
Oh god, what do you do this for? 騙されたと思って。I mean, I guess you would probably say, like, even if you don't believe me, even if you don't believe me, just give me a night. I think that's probably about what he's saying. It's like, even if you don't believe me, just give me one night. Yeah, so it's gonna be, that's the dish that was made. God damn it, it's raining and dark again. Constantly.
そうして始まったのが伝説の主演。
Yeah, and then so I'm assuming that this is like they're doing a parallel for like classic Thanksgiving sort of thing, right? And so began the that is shuen is that can mean banquet or like there's a strong emphasis on alcohol there.
無論殺し合いを続けていた部族同士がいきなり肩を組んで酒を酌み交わせるはずもなく長い沈黙が続いたのだとか。
Yeah, it's more about the drink, right? Of course, the races who had been killing each other for so long, they wouldn't suddenly be able to... It's like to stand shoulder to shoulder. It's like, place their arms around one another. The kato kunde. It's like the whole... Like, yeah, I don't know why I'm doing a hand motion like you guys can see it. My crappy Hirastoya model doesn't have, like, arm tracking. But, it's like, put your arm over somebody's shoulder and you're drinking together. Haha, we're buddies, right? You would probably go with, like, stand shoulder to shoulder. And share a drink, so a long silence ensued.
ここでグルージャジャ様が一計を案じました。シュバラール族の肉料理とマムージャ族の蒸し料理、これを交換させて互いに食わせたのです。
And so Guru Jaja came up with a plan. You would exchange trade the like meat dishes from the Shivararu with the steamed cuisine dishes of the Mamuja, and fed them to one another.
相手の伝統料理のうまさに思わず目を見張る両部族を見て、彼は満足そうに笑うと一つの提案をしたそうです。
Yeah, okay. Seeing both races, amazed at how wonderful the cuisine of the others was. Yeah, he smiled with a sense of with satisfaction and made a suggestion, offered this proposal.
二つの料理を掛け合わせるぞと。そして皆に手伝わせて調理を始めました。
Yeah. How about we combine the two dishes? It's like cuisines, right? So this is a thing that, again, you can do in Japanese, where ryori can just kind of mean like dish, but really means more cuisine, right? Combine the two cuisines, and everyone help lend a hand with cooking.
それがシャブルクピビルってことか？
That's Saburu Piviru, then. Yeah.
この料理はシュバラール族とマムージャ族の文化を合わせて生まれました。いわば両部族が初めて手を取り合った証なのです。
There's that word akashi again. And the dish was born from the combined cultures of the Subararu and Mamuja as like proof, testament of the two races joining hands for the first time.
当初交わした一晩だけという取り決めはどこへやら。新たに生まれた料理のうまさに両部族の仲はほぐれ、その宴は3日3晩も続いたのだとか。
Yeah, it's like this dokoeyara. I guess you would probably say forgotten. It's like, yeah, the agreement to spend but one night, to spend only one night was forgotten. And the deliciousness, how wonderful the new cuisine made by the two races was. What? Oh, good. How do you want to say this? How do you want to say this? They say hogure. It's like, I guess you would probably say like eased tensions between the two races and the feast. It's like party. The celebration lasted for 3 days and 3 nights.
かくして宴の終わりに両部族は和議を結びました。この時グルージャジャ様が語ったとされる言葉は今なお我らの道筋を照らしています。
道筋を照らしています。Oh, okay, okay. This is the thing I really do. Like, this is how you can tell that the writers are professionals. They're weaving a whole bunch of different connected themes together very naturally. Yeah, at the end of the feast, the two races, made a oath of peace. And the words that Guru Jara spoke then, still guide our path to this day, or you could say illuminate our path to this day. Probably guide. Hey, look, that's the name of the quest! But, okay, I need to look up the quest. I need to look up the quest name.
悪い悪い。
I need to look up the quest name. What the hell is this quest name in English? Are you fucking kidding me? A history of violence? Are we serious right now? The quest name was the quote from Guru Zaza. That's the main. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. The whole point is the quote. The whole point is the quote. it's not the easiest, like, saying to translate. Because it's like, okay. 無知ゆえに争い。ちりて絆を結ぶ。Like, there's a whole lot of different ways that you could translate that phrase. Like, you could say it you, right? Like, you fought in ignorance. And, like, you could say you fought in English and bond in understanding. Or, like, ignorance leads to conflict, knowledge forms bonds. Something along those lines. And then that's the entire phrase is the name of the quest. And notice that when I saw the quest name show up, I was like, wow, that's an interesting quote for a quest name like this. And then they contextualize it. Also, okay, so getting back to it, Wilkama goes, you know, starts laughing, goes, oh, sorry.
この旅でさ、知らなかった奴らのことを知るほどに好きになっていく自分に気づいてたんだ。親父たちも同じだったんだって思ったらおかしくてさ。
Oh, this is impossible. This is so impossible to translate naturally. Oh no. It's not actually that terrible, right? To translate? It's like, this is... I think that this is really nice. It's very hard to translate. But, like, the whole point is that you gotta... I really kind of wish I hadn't looked it up, because this is so nice in the Japanese. You know? So, yeah, it's like, okay, I think in English, yeah, it's like the more, right? It's like on this trip I realized the more I got to know, you know, all these people I didn't know anything about, the more I, like, grew to love them, and you know, thinking that my old man was the same way is just kind of... It was just kind of funny to me. This okashite isn't really funny, necessarily. It's just like, it's hard. You might just go with funny, but... There's no way that you... How many... Yeah, it's in between strange and funny, but, like... That's a very nice quote. I don't know how you translate that quest name to a history of violence. The whole point of the quest is that it's not a history of violence, actually. It's the opposite. The thing that you actually take away from their history is peace and understanding of one another. That refocusing it to history of violence kind of defeats the whole point. How... What is... I don't want to look it up. I'm not going to. But they've repeated this expression, like... The saying has been repeated like 5 times. Right? Like, ignorance leads to conflict, knowledge forms bonds, or understanding forms bonds.
さて、これでお分かりいただけましたかな？両部族に起こった戦いの結末と、シャブルクピビルという料理に込められた意味を。
And so, now you understand, now you know the, and like the end of the war between the two races and the meaning of the dish Shabaruk Pibiru.
ああ、バッチリだ。教えてくれてありがとな、ウケブ。
Yeah, you know, totally, entirely. Thanks for telling us about this, Ukebu. Who goes there?
なんだ？どうかしたのか？
What's up? Something wrong? Oh, there's somebody following me.
誰かが近くにいた？
Somebody nearby.
もしかするとサレージャかバクージャジャあたりがまた何かを企んでいるのかもしれないですね。
Maybe Sareja or Bakujaja are plotting something again.
たく、あいつらにこそ今の話を聞かせてやりてえぜ。
Come on, it's like seriously, I really want them to like hear what we just did. Like, you just look at the quest name. Look at the quest name. Very
まさか
nice.
シャブルクピビルの誕生に。
親父も旅を通してトラル大陸のみんなのことを知っていったんだな。
Hang on, I feel like chat might be pretty delayed for me. Or like there's a big delay on the stream. I'm unclear as to what people are reacting to. Okay, through his travel. Yeah, I mean, look. Oh, I don't even want to see it. But like, I would say so far that the Japanese it feels like a pretty solid classic adventure mode, right? The things that they're telling you, the moral of the story or whatever. It isn't anything like ridiculously, absurdly deep or groundbreaking, but it's nice, right? Like, okay. Yeah, through his I think what they're doing, they're doing a very similar thing to, honestly, like Metaphor, when we've been playing through Metaphor, and they're doing a fairly similar thing, where you've got a fairly straightforward, surface-level story that is relating to larger themes that are going on in the background, right? Which is a pretty classic, good way to do some layered storytelling. I like it. And through his travels, old man got to know about, all the different people on Colorado.
そうか、だから親父は継承の儀を。
I see. So that's why, he made the ceremony of inheritance, the ceremony of succession, or held it. But yeah, that really is some classic outside context problem stuff right there. I like that they made that explicit. It's one of my favorite segments. Like, you can look up the whole thing, but just the way that Ian M. Banks put it in Accession is amazing. Hang on, what was it? An outside context problem was the sort of thing most civilizations encountered just once, and which they tended to encounter rather in the same way a sentence encountered a full stop. Such a fantastic way of putting it. The idea of something that you are simply entirely unprepared for. Civilizationally, conceptually, something you could not possibly have prepared for, expected, foreseen in any way, shape, or form. And yeah, a bunch of people who are massively more technologically advanced than you are deciding, hey, that place seems nice. And showing up definitely counts. At the trial of the meal.
どういう経緯で生まれたのか、受ける殿のおかげで知ることができました。
Okay, yep, thanks to Ukebu, we were able to learn how Saburuk Pibiru came to be.
しかし、肝心のバナナの葉の入手方法について手がかりとなる情報は得られませんでしたね。
However, we weren't able to, well no, I mean we kinda did. We weren't able to find any clues as to how to obtain the banana leaves.
もしかして、この書ぶりと配線上に当時の和平会談の痕跡などが残っていたりするのでは?
Okay, what could it, so what are there? Like, traces, vestiges of the peace talks that took place here in the Ashen battlefield?
おっしゃる通りです。ご案
Yes, precisely as you say. Allow me to show you. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call it genius. Like, really, like, I would call it good so far. Like, the things that I've seen so far are good. Like, they're setting up some really very solid story elements. Some solid, bigger themes that they can build on. With a pretty just nice, very positive story about cooperation and unity, etc., etc. But, like, the writers are really good.
こちらがコーナ王子がお探しのものです。
Ah, yes, this is, I believe, what you were looking for, Prince
この
Kona.
二振りの武器は和平会談に際して両部族の代表が停戦の意思を示すため突き刺したものだと伝えられています。
Okay, yeah. Instead, these two weapons were thrust into the stump by representatives of both races to, like, demonstrate their or it's like to signal a ceasefire. Their willingness to hold a ceasefire.
シャブルクピビルの誕生秘話を知る上でこの配線上は用となる場所でしょう。だからこそ試練を超えるための手がかりがあるかもしれない。
Okay, this the Ashen Battlefield is a critical location for learning the story behind the creation of Shabara. Piviru may have some clues that we need to help overcome this trial. That's awkward as hell, but whatever. Yeah, as with the, just like with the other trials, it's something that only those who were there would know, would understand.
それと、オレオさん、手を貸していただけますか？周囲に何か気になる点がないか、見回ってみましょう。
Okay, would you be willing to help? Look around, see if there's anything that catches your eye. All right.
やはり、地面に掘り返されたような跡がある。
Yeah, there's marks in the ground. Looks like something was dug up. Okay, these would have definitely been gone.
お、なんか小箱が埋まってるぜ。
These definitely would have been gone by this point. But whatever. There's no way that this shit would still be there 80 years ago. Yeah, there's a like little box here.
箱の中に真新しいバナナの葉が入っていますね。入手方法の手紙でも残されていればと思っていましたが。
Oh, wait, no, never mind.
が入っているとは。
Okay, I actually like that. That's good. I was like, oh, what are they? It's like literally the site of it happening 80 years ago? No, they set it up specifically for the trial. So that if you wanted to get the necessary ingredients, you would have to go out and actually search the place itself. Yeah, there are fresh banana leaves inside the box. I was hoping we would find some clues as to how to get our hands on some, but I wasn't expecting to actually get fresh banana leaves. Yeah. Yeah, Humuruk must have prepared this, set this here, and is planning for us to come here looking for them.
へ、手の込んだことをしやがるぜ。
It's like, yeah, what? It was pretty elaborate and pretty intricate.
ウケブ、ありがとよ。バナナの葉を見つけることができたのはお前のおかげだ。
Thank you, Ukebu. It's thanks to you we were able to find these banana leaves.
それは何よりです。
It's my pleasure.
コーナ王子の前で申し上げるのは恐縮ですが、私はハヌハヌ族の足の試練を見届けて確信したのです。あなたこそ我らを率いていくにふさわしい王の器であると。
Yeah, it's like my apologies for saying this in front of Prince Kona, but after witnessing the trial of the Reeds, I can't remember what the name of the place is. It would be like, what, Okahanu? I am convinced that you truly are worthy of becoming a king who will lead us.
あの折、継承候補者の南名は一様に足の不作を解決してみせた。しかし、試練とは無関係なハヌハヌ族の文化的な問題を見抜き、イヒハナ祭りを復活させたのはあなただけだ。
Yeah, like, I really don't want to check the English, but like, they're making it fairly explicit in the Japanese as to why Woklamat is the best choice. Yeah, it's like, during that trial, all of the candidates demonstrated a solution for the failing reed crop. However, you alone discerned the cultural issues surrounding the Hanu Hanu, which had nothing to do with the trial itself, and revive the Ihana festival.
ウクラマと王女ほどこの国に生きる者のことを心から考え、過去より継がれてきた思いに寄り添える味方はおられません。
Yeah, I really don't want to check it. I don't want to check it. I don't want to check it. Yeah, there's no one who, more deeply cares, from the heart, more deeply cares about the people of this nation like of the feelings, the thoughts passed down, you know, over generations than you, Princess Wokalot. You gotta make that way less awkward, but that's like, it's all one big ass sentence, so it becomes awkward when I try and put it into English. But like, basically he's saying you are incredibly deeply, you care very deeply from the heart about the people of Toraora. And, you know, the hearts and feelings, the hearts, minds, history, etc. of the people of the past that have been passed down from generation to generation. So, it's the whole thing of she actually very deeply cares about the people and their cultures.
また、語り部が必要な時はお声掛けください。船大工という本業の傍ら、あなたの力となりましょ
う。Yeah, if you're ever in need of a storyteller again, please let me know. I'll be... It's like I'll be there to help anytime I can, in addition to my work as a shipwright, of course.
では、失礼。
Now then, if you'll excuse me. Bye-bye.
そんなこと。
That's... Yeah, it's そんなこと. Yeah, that's like the whole point here.
ともかく、これでバナナの葉が手に入りました。イクブラーシャに戻りましょ
う。In any case, we've gotten the banana leaves we need. Let's go back to Ikubarasha. I am actually going to walk back, so that I've got a little bit of time to, like... I know this is really just kind of retreading the same ground that we've already been over, but... I really don't particularly understand... Like, I would need to read through the entire script, pretty much, to understand why people were saying, like, oh, Kolna is very clearly the best candidate to be king, or like, oh, what's even the point of having the two of them be different characters? Because it seems very, very obvious in the Japanese. Like, they're making it quite explicit with the themes. And something that I do appreciate is that it really does feel like they're utilizing the moment-to-moment action of the story as, like, in a more representative sense. Right? The things that are occurring are supposed to be... It's more about the general themes and the bigger picture concepts that they're trying to set up than the moment-to-moment stuff. Right? It's all setting up the foreshadowing, it's all setting up the main point of where they're getting at with the story. So, that does mean, though, that how good the expansion actually ends up being really does entirely depend on whether or not they can successfully land all of this setup. Like, if you've got a whole bunch of really good setup, you gotta have a lot of really good payoffs to make it satisfying. And it will remain to be seen if they actually do that. But I hope that they do, and I mean, from everything that I've seen so far, I'm pretty confident that they will. It would be kind of strange for it to just, like, take a sudden, hard spike in writing quality. You know, everything that they've done so far makes me fairly confident that they'll be able to have this all pay off.
ウケブのやつ、船大工と語り部、どっちが本業なのか分かったもんじゃねえな。
Yeah, that Ukevu. I don't know if his like real job is being a shipwright or a storyteller. It's like Kotaribe is interesting. He really is storyteller, but you know they're meaning it kind of like in a historian sort of sense, kind of. Mostly storyteller. You would just say storyteller.
戻ってくるまでここで待ちましょ
All right. And we've completed our task successfully. Let's wait here for everyone else to return.
もう腹ペコだぜ。
Yeah, walking around has got me so hungry. Oh man, they're putting a lot of detail into this. He looks sad already. Like he is not. Oh. And now that we're all here, let's go over what we learned. Okay, we got we got banana leaves thanks to Ukebu. Oh.
ウケブさんと会ったの？私も挨拶したかったわ。
Oh, you met Ukebu? I would have liked to say hello as well.
ああ、あいつが教えてくれたんだ。この森で起こった戦いの歴史とシャブルクピビルが生まれたきっかけを。
Oh yeah, he taught us all about the history of the war that took place here, how Shabarok Piviru was made, came to be. Hmm.
シュバラール族とマムージャ族の戦いを終わらせたのがグルージャジャ殿というのは納得だが、まさかシャブルクピビルの誕生にまで関わっていたとは。
Okay, I'm gonna go a bit more skim mode. I can. It makes sense that Kurujaja put an end to the war between the Shibarara and Mamuja, but I didn't think he was involved in the creation of Shabarok Pibiru.
それでそっちはどうだった？
めちゃくちゃの親父だ。That's not MTL never gets this right. This really is just like, you know, he is, and my old man really is something, huh? It's like, you know, you could maybe go with like a real piece of work. Something along those lines. Things go for you.
私はウリエンジェさんと集落を回ってシャブルクピビル作りに必要そうな調理器具を借りてきたわ。
Okay, went around, got like utensils, implements we need to cook. Okay, Alfido got all the fire needed.
すっかり焚き木拾いのエキスパートね。
Okay, finally we address it. He's like, oh yes, I got all the firewood we need. The forest has really wonderful firewood. There's really wonderful firewood to be gotten in the forest here. You're it's like what you've become a real expert at gathering firewood.
私はエレンビルとシャブルクピビルのメイン食材であるイブルクを捕まえてきたわ。
Okay, we got the main ingredient, the Iburuk.
イブルクは禁煙種のホッグと比べて随分とつきが良い。罠まで追い込む役のだめ。
It's not MSQ that Alfino collected firewood at least once. Yeah. Okay, yeah, they're like much more lively, energetic than the hogs that are, you know, they're related to. a certain someone who was in charge of driving them into a trap yeah, got carried away and fell into a cenote.
ちょっとそれは言わない約束だったでしょ。
Hey, hang on, you promised not to tell them. Oh, they fell into a cenote. Excellent
スパイ
bit.
スの方も一通り揃ってるぞ。用になる紅の木の種子も取ってきた。
Okay, we got all the spices.
調合割合に
Got all the
つ
right
いては
seeds,
村の
everything.
炊
Yep.
事場で調理器具を借りがてら確認してまいりました。
Yeah, use some like implements, whatever, to like figure out the ratios of things that we needed. Sure. Only Aaronville is powerful enough to bully all I say.
これで食材と
That
調理
is
器具は
true.
すべて手に入ったようですね。
That is
早
true.
速、シャブルクビビルを作りたいところですが、どなたか調理経験のある方は
Oh, wait a second. I don't have... What level do you need to be able to say this? For it to be like, it's me. Okay, yeah, we got everything that we need. Does anyone have any... You know, anyone like
私が引き
experienced
受けるは自分のために料理する程度のものでよけ
cooking?
れば
Yeah,
多
I'm
少
not.
は経験があるから。
I'll handle it. I cook for myself. I have some like experience cooking for myself.
あなたもイノシシをさばくのを手伝ってくれる？冒険者ならそうした経験も豊富でしょうから。
Okay, we're gonna help out cleaning the,
ああ、
you know, butchering the
早
boar.
くシャブルクピビルを食ってみたいぜ。
Yeah, you know, I want just I want to eat some. Want to try some shovel pizza real soon. You know, as soon as we can. Something like that. Again, my English is beginning to get awkward and unnatural.
少し待っていて、すぐに調理を開始するわ。
And just you wait, it'll be. It's like it'll be. I'll have it ready soon. I mean, I don't think it actually is going to be ready soon. I think it probably is going to take quite a long time cooking it underground. Alright. It's like... Okay. Again, lines like this are difficult. You could go with like just a, I'm counting on you guys, or... Honestly, it's like, you can do it. I know you can.
どうやら間に合ったようですな。急ぎ調理に取り掛かります。
Now, it appears we've made it in time. Let's begin cooking right away.
一つ頭と組まされた時はどうなるかと思ったが、猫ちゃんの飼育係に比べれば幾分マシだったな。
What a piece of shit. Holy shit. I don't even know where to begin. What an insane thing to say. I didn't know I was going to turn out working with a, you know, a one head, but I guess it's better than... But it's like having to, like, look after or like, take care of a... You know, take care of the cat.
ごちゃごちゃ言ってねえで、おとなしく待っとけ。
Ah, gotcha, gotcha, itenere. It's like I'll just, probably just like I'll just shut up already and just you wait. Just wait right there. what? It's like... And no matter how cocky you are, we're going to be the ones to win this trial. It's done. It's finished. Ooh. Yeah. Thanks for waiting. I'm certain this is Shabaruk Pibiru. Oh, it looks so good.
シャブルクピビルはシュバラール族が好む香辛料を使った肉料理とマムージャ族伝統の調理法を掛け合わせた料理。
Okay, Shabaruk Pibiru is a dish that combines the spiced, heavily spiced meat dishes of the Tuvararu with the traditional cooking methods of the Mamuza.
数百年続いた戦いの終わりに2つの部族が手を取り合ったことで生まれた融和の証よ。
It's... Oh, I guess you go... Yeah, symbol of harmony. Like symbol or... Yeah, symbol of harmony. Created from the two races coming together, joining together in peace after centuries of fighting.
材料も調理法も正しかったようだが、さて。
Oh? If the ingredients and cooking method are correct. But... it's like... Saute. The saute is like, now then. Really. There's no way we're gonna have us lose.
味、食感、間違いない。まさにシャブルクピビルだ。
Very dramatic. The aroma, taste, texture. There's no mistaking it. This is Shabaruk Pibiru.
この料理は2つの部族の架け橋。そのきっかけを作ってくださったのが君たちのお父上さ。
Wait a second. I'm assuming that they actually mean this. The bridge thing is going to come back as well, probably. This dish is is the bridge between, the two races. And it was your father who, gave us the opportunity for its creation.
材料を揃え、レシピを調べるだけでも作ることはできる。だが君と仲間たちはその製法に加えてヤクテル樹海に刻まれた戦いの歴史まで知ろうとした。
It could simply be made by gathering the ingredients and searching out or looking up a recipe, but you and your companions sought to know not only how to make it, but also the history of the war that was left behind, or... It's engraved into the Yakuteru forest.
世代を超えて悲しき歴史を学ぶ。それこそまさに時代の王とその仲間としてふさわしい行いと言える。
It's like crossing generations and learning of our, tragic history. And this is how, you know, this is how the next king, you know, and their compatriots ought to behave. Are they just gonna try and, like, are they just gonna try and run in and steal the food? Yeah, now all you need to do is finish your Shabarok Pibiru, and the trial of the meal is yours. After all, until you eat it for yourself, you cannot truly know it. It's like you can't, you would probably say, like, without trying it for yourself, one cannot truly know a dish. Okay, that's the exact line I was expecting her to say. But it's still, okay, that's fun. That is still just, that's cute. Alright, I'm real good at eating.
まだ私たちの敗北が決まったわけではありますまい。
Yeah, it's... What, we have not... It's like we have not lost just yet.
さあ、改めていただきましょうか。これがシャブルクピビルであることを。
What, please investigate. Now, please look and see that this is Shabarok. Shaburuk Pibir. They're gonna have no, they're not gonna have gotten they aren't gonna have cooked it in, like, the banana leaves, right? Because they couldn't have possibly gotten any. The clipping there was pretty bad. Oh no. Yahari. Holy shit. The raw intensity. It's like, it's as I expected, or as I feared. You probably go with, I knew it.
確かに見た目や製法はシャブルクピビルそのものだが、ウクラマと王女たちのものと比べて香りが足りない。
Yeah, well, it's true, the appearance and, like, preparation are the same as Shaburu Pibiru compared to Princess Wuklamat's. The, like, aroma is lacking. It lacks, like, its distinctive aroma. That can't be.
ブルクの肉を香辛料に漬け込み、地面に掘った穴を釜代わりにして蒸し焼きにする。これぞシャブルクピビルでしょう。
Yeah, it's Iburuk. Meat marinated in spices, steamed in a, hole dug in the ground. That's Shaburuk Pibiru, right? Is it not?
ジャティーカバナナの葉が手に入らなかったのか。
Ah, I see. You couldn't get your hands on, the Jatika banana leaves, then?
仕方ねえだろうが、てめえが根回ししたせいでどこにもありゃしねえんだからよ。
Hello? Hello? Oh god, please don't break on me right here. Please don't break on me right here. Yeah, like how we could have. It's like, yeah, like how we could have. What exactly do you say for this? It's like, you know, you're the one who made it so we couldn't get our hands on any. There's none of them anywhere.
だが、ウクラマト王女とコーナ王子は手に入れたようだが、私たちのことをより知ろうとすることでね。
But Princess Okamat and Prince Kona seem to have gotten their hands on them. And by truly attempting to learn to know us, or to know of us.
あらなんだっつうの。葉っぱ一つなくだって大した違いはねえだろ。
だからなんだっつうの。It's like, who gives a shit? Yeah, you know, a leaf isn't gonna make a difference. A damn leaf ain't gonna make a difference.
マムージャ族の文化を象徴する要素の一つを書いたのだ。この食の試練を完遂したとは言えまい。残念だが、君たちは試練に失敗した。
You have omitted or you are lacking, or you'd probably say it is missing one of the most critical, like, I'm trying to think of the way that you word this. It's Mamuzazoku no bunka o shouchou suru yoso no hitotsu o kaita no da. That's like the element that symbolizes the like culture of the Mamuza. Therefore, I cannot say that you have not passed the test, the trial of the meal. Unfortunately, you have failed.
どうでもいいよ、くだらない。
どうでもいいよ、くだらない。This really is like I care. This is like, he's like a child. Like I care about this stupid trial. What is Sorasha gonna do? What is Sorasha gonna do? Oh no.
感じる。最初の時よりずっと強烈でほの暗いいいし、とても家族に向けるようなものじゃ。
Ooh, okay, mono-ja. I'm assuming that there's an implied nai there? I'm not quite sure, though. Or that might be intending to mean, like, nara. Like, I can feel it, like, stronger and, like, more intense and dark than before. Like, a dark, intense intent. I don't want to say intense intent. It's like, what, not something someone would feel for their family? The ja... ja. The way that she said it made me think that the intent there is kazoku ni mukeru yo na mono janai hazu, maybe, or something like that. I'm not quite sure. I'm a bit tired. It's towards the end of... It's not even towards the end of the stream. Goddamn.
こんな試練に意味なんてねえ。奇跡なんざ後でいくらでも覚えばいいんだからな。
And there's no point in the trial anyway. I can just steal as many of the gems from you as I want after this. As I want later, maybe. She's just right back to eating. It is very tasty, yes.
蒸し焼きにしたイブルクの肉に香辛料とジャティーカバナナの葉の香りが染み込んで癖になるうまさだぜ。
This is my kryptonite, unironically. Japanese food description. It's so obnoxious to attempt to translate. It's like the tender... It's like, you know, until it falls apart, you know, the Iburuk meat is like steamed until it, you know, fall apart tender. All the spices, and the, like, you know, the jatika banana leaves. Flavor just, you know, like, soaks right into it. I can get addicted to this.
こいつは2つの部族が平和を築いた象徴。それを知ろうともせず、
I thought they were supposed to be crunchy.
に訴えるような奴らにはシャブルクビビルのうまさはわからねえだろうさ。
Yeah, this is a symbol of peace between the two races. It's like people don't understand that and just like resort to force and like underhanded schemes, would never understand just how delicious it is. Yeah.
そんなの分かりたくもないね。
I don't really want to know, though. Yeah, they're using the food as a metaphor, right? The food isn't the food is the concept of peace. Right? That's the bit. And the trial of the meal is finished when you finish it all. I was gonna finish all of it even without you telling me to. Bolna is gonna have some trouble with that. Yeah, it was so good.
意外と悪くありませんでしたね。
Surprisingly, it wasn't bad. Come on, man.
見事食の試練を超えた君たちにその証として秘跡を送ろう。
Okay, here you go. Here's the gem as proof that you've passed the trial of the meal. Yeah.
ついに試練もあと一つか。
Yeah, there's only one more trial left. I mean, I'm assuming that these things aren't actually going to do anything. And that they're going to literally go with the, you know, it's the thing that the Yokofui said, the whole classic, the piece that we wanted was with us the whole time. It's gonna be a, you don't actually need them, the thing that you needed to access to reach the City of Gold was with you the whole time, etc., etc. And let's go. We're leaving.
組んだのが皆さんで。いえ、ゾラージャ兄さんやバクージャジャではなくてよかった。
Oh, come on, dude. I'm glad to have worked with you. Actually, I should say, I'm glad to have not. It's like I'm glad to have been teamed up with you, or actually, I should say I'm glad to have not had to team up with Zoraja or Bakuzaja.
素直じゃないにも程がある。
Yeah. this Suno is another one of those pain in the ass terms. Like saying that someone is not honest, right? You might go shy. You might say there's a limit to how shy you can be, man. Alright. Thanks everybody. Thanks to all you. We were able to get the our hands on the 6th gem. But we need to get the other one back. We gotta steal it back though. Oh. I can't believe I forgot. What? Oh, is it a gochisousama deshita? Oh no. Okay. It's like are there any seconds that I'm still not full? Ah ha ha. That's the daiji na koto.
「ここまで全ての品種を手に入れてきたうちの一人であるゾラージャー王子をここで任せたことは大きいよ。」
Wait, the other team's crunching. I mean, they probably just, like, threw him in the dirt.
それにしてもシャブルクピビルうまかったな。
And then the shovel of view was really
クリム
good.
が残った材料でおかわりを作ってくれたからお前の分も渡しておくぜ。
Oh, that's great. Yay, wonderful. Kururu made seconds with the leftover greens, so I've got some for you
もっと
too.
欲しけりゃ出店を覗いてみるといいんじゃねえか。シュバラール族が日常的に食ってる料理なんだし、食の試練も終わった今なら。
Okay, if you want any more, that's game text. They're just saying you can get more if you want it.
イクブラー社のよろず屋に新たな商
Okay.
じゃ、友の試練に向かうとす。
Yeah, Tomo no Shiren. Torino. Hang on. That sounds like it's gonna kick off like a whole new thing. Would it be better to save that for next time, or should we continue to push on a little bit? It would be a little bit early, but this seems like an incredibly good time to stop before getting, like, wrapped up in a whole-ass other big-ass thing. Oh, that's so awkward. That's so awkward. No, I don't know if I'm stopping just yet. This is a good time? Okay, now I know I'm stopping just yet. Yeah, like... We'll see if maybe I can go a little bit long next time to make up for it, but... I don't know, this is just a very natural stopping point, and... Oh god, wait, what did I say when I read this? Did I say Futori no Chichi? Or did I say Futori no... I said Futori no O. Like, king. Yeah, no, god, fucking hell. That is a good thing. What has been my overall impression on Dawn Trail so far? So the... We've gone over it several times, but not to do a call-out. In the Japanese, I would say my main impression of it so far is it's felt like a classic Disney adventure movie. Oh, no, no. We could. We could hit a circle, but I don't know if do I want to? Oh god, no. Do I? No. Like, it would be interesting, but at the same time, like, oh, do they say, like, there's no way they say, like, crunchy tacos or anything like that. But, okay. So, for Stufe, basically, it feels like a classic Disney adventure movie, right? Like, one of the late 90s, early 2000s ones. But they're also setting up some very interesting, bigger picture hooks that, if they land well, could make it very good. I would say in general, if it continues at the rate that it is currently going, I would put this above ARR for me, but below Shadowbringers or Endwalker. Just because Shadowbringers and Endwalker are so incredibly good, but they're really heavy, right? They're incredibly serious, incredibly heavy, emotionally draining, dark, and then this is a fun, refreshing adventure story with some nice themes, some good foreshadowing, really likable characters. The whole time I've been playing it, I've just been having a good-ass time, right? It's just... It has been so consistently enjoyable throughout. Every time I have loaded up the game to play more Dawn Trail for stream, I've been excited. I've been excited and I've been having fun. And that's really, like, the best that I can say about it. Like, yeah, some of the, some of the story elements are a little bit sappy, some of it's pretty obvious or, like, trope-heavy, right? Some things are relatively predictable, but there's nothing wrong with that. Right? Like, there's nothing wrong with having a nice adventure story every now and again. Oh god, are we doing this? Are we going back over it? Are we checking the English? What? Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah? Okay. Yeah. 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 全然大丈夫。So this is interesting. This is interesting. This, I think, I'm not going to go over, like, the whole thing, but I think that this illustrates a good point, right? So this is the dude who was running the thing. He says, granted, anyone might well achieve similar results by following the recipe to the letter, but you went a step further. You sought to learn the cultural significance of the dish, about Yoktel's history of violence and your father's role in ending it. Your willingness to take lessons from the past befits aspiring Dawn servants, and for that I commend you. All that remains is to partake of your creation. True understanding is gained only through experience. They didn't say history of violence. Like, I don't know why they used the term history of violence. That really doesn't do it service at all. He referred to it as a tragic, or like a sad history. And that's the thing that really matters, and... Hang on, let me find the exact, let me find the exact wording here. Yeah, no, what he said, like, is... You went beyond that to learn about the... Like, the history of, like, the war that has left its scars upon the forest. And it's not your willingness to take lessons from the past befits aspiring Dawn servants. He said, what? 世代を超えて悲しき歴史を学ぶ。これこそまさに時代の王とその仲間としてふさわしい行いと言える。That's so much more nuanced. It's like, the thing is that the whole 世代を超えて like, it's not just take lessons from the past, it's like, specifically they use the term like to transcend, to go beyond, you know, one's generation, to go across generations, to learn this of this tragic history. You know, to study this tragic history. That is the way in that the next king and their companions ought to behave. You know, ought to act. Right? I think just reducing it to history of violence really blunts the messaging. Yeah, and then things like this, right? Right, like there's then there's things like this as well. The second and third promises, I don't like this at all, had no such difficulty, did they? That which they needed they acquired simply by showing interest in our history and heritage. Your dish lacks an essential ingredient, as you have failed to demonstrate an adequate understanding of, however they intend you to pronounce that. I must deem your performance unsatisfactory. Your team will not receive keystones. No, you completely missed the main line that he said there. Like, the main thing that he said there wasn't... No, he said specifically, your dish lacks the, like, critical... like the critical symbol of the Mamuja, like the culture of the Mamuja. Therefore, I cannot, you know, say that you have passed. You cannot, whatever. He says like, そこの試練を完遂したとは言えまい. You know, he says, you failed. I'm sorry. It's not an essential ingredient. He specifically states that the thing that they were missing is the thing that represents, symbolizes, is so incredibly important to the culture of the Mamuja. And both of them are Mamuja. Like, that's also important. Like, that's a little bit of a little symbolism sort of thing going on there. They omitted the most critical element of their own culture from the dish. And it's also the thing that, like, represents it, that actually signifies it being a joint effort between the two races. Like, it's the one ingredient that you can't get in the upper forest. So therefore, it is not a unified dish. But they just say essential ingredient. Was that? And I think, like, you know, if you look at any individual, any singular one of those omissions, you'd be like, you know, it's, okay, so it's different, but it's not, like, that different, but all of that just piles up, right? Like, it all really does pile up to blunt the tone. to make it just kind of feel flat. I really don't want to... Actually, hold on. The last thing that I'm going to check is what in the hell was the quote from the United King in the English? Like, what was the quote from them? Okay. Here's the thing. I don't actually hate this. What they did here, for the quote, I don't necessarily hate. Like, I'm not just gonna be a straight-up hater for no reason. They said, ignorance begets strife, understanding begets fellowship. I'm fine, actually, with the usage of the word fellowship. I probably wouldn't want to use begets for both. I would probably rather just stick with leads too. Just because it matches the personality and the character far more than him specifically saying this. But I mean, it's not actually that bad. So then why isn't this the name of the quest? Why not name the quest this? Or even half of it. Like, if it's a space problem, like if it's a you can't literally fill up the text bar with all of that, then you could have at least just called the quest Ignorance Begets Strife. If it was that, I would have been fine with it. Like, you could at least do that. Like, Ignorance Begets Strife would absolutely fit into the quest bar. Just do that. But ideally, you would have a whole quote, and you would name the quest the whole quote. Like, it's supposed to be jarring. It's supposed to jump out at you. Right? It's not supposed to just be another quest name that you're like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. It's supposed to be like a hard tonal shift. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. If it was that, then that would be great. That would be fine. Like, I really don't actually mind this translation for the phrase. Again, my only gripe with it is like a minor nitpick. I actually am totally fine with the word fellowship. My only disagreement is like slight tone. I really don't think it's that bad. I think it's totally fine, actually. So just name the quest that. Right? Like... Ah, man. Hang on. So, for the same thing... Okay, never mind. My brain's fried. I don't want to check what the next... the upcoming thing is. But... Well, no. Honestly, like... I was expecting, to be completely honest with you, I was expecting what they translated that phrase to be much worse. I thought, very, like, cynically, that they would do something really bad for that. But then I look at it, and it's not bad. Like, I'm not gonna just say, like, oh, it's the Final Fantasy XIV English translation, therefore I think it's terrible. If I think it's fine, I'll just say that I think it's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, I even probably like Fellowship over just using the word bond for Kizuna. I do think that that's actually an important thing to point out, because, like, you know, if I'm just gonna be negative about anything that's in the English just because it's in the English, then I'm just ridiculously biased, and, you know, what's the point? it is important to point out when things are good. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to get back the gem at some point. Okay.
これで残る兵士はあと
I am very interested because, like, what? We've got... This is only level 94. We're, like, less than halfway through the expansion, and we're already basically done with the whole, like, central trial thing. I do think the real test of how good this expansion is will be in the second half of it. But for now, this is really good. But yeah, this is the clear stopping point. Thank you all for stopping by. Hopefully I will see some of you who are interested in watching it on my brother's channel, Japan Day Tripper, for Metaphor on Friday. God, I can't speak right now. Like, my brain is scrambled. I'm just saying shit backwards now. And then I will see the rest of you, though, on Sunday. Yes. God, that's a nice car. Yes. Yes. Okay. I'm actually gonna go now. Peace out.